say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
All right. Yeah, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and stop this here. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I'm your host, Tony Love, and we are about to get it today. I see Black Guy 9 is in his house, you know what I'm saying? Where my horn at? Where my horn at, man? My DJ ear horn, you know? There we go. Yeah, we got Black Guy 9 in the house, moderator, doing an excellent job. All my mods do an excellent job, though, you know. We got Denise. We got Texas Jane, you know what I'm saying? We got so many of y'all, man, you know, I'm trying to keep up, you know what I'm saying? Howard, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, boy, it's about to be a banger today. You already know what we're going to be talking about, don't you? Let me see. You know what? Let me do this here. Hold on for a minute. I'm going to put that right there. Hold on for a minute. Let's go ahead and stop that. Hold on for a minute. All right, we're going to stop that. You know I love that song I was always watching that. So, yeah, you know I like Michael Jackson. Can't play it, though, you know. But, yeah, we're going to talk about something here. Black Guy 9, you already know in the title what we're going to be talking about, right? Let me see. That's myself right over here, boy. Let me see. Thank you for the like. It's about to go down, man. Obama. You know, Obama. We're going to go over what Obama has been doing against the American people, man. We're going to talk about it, man. Obama arrest clip go viral, you know. All right. This is going to be interesting here. And let's go ahead and set this up.
In the ODM.
Hold on, I'm going to get this set up here, so it's going to be my placeholder. Thank you for the likes, though. You know, I know y'all love it when I go in on Obama, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it's about time that we got to do what we got to do, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be a whole Obama thing today, man. You know, we're going to go into it. We're going to go into it, though, you know? And let me go ahead. I'm going to remove this flag for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Go ahead and get that out the way. So, therefore, you guys will be able to see me. Hold on for a minute. Go ahead and remove this flag. There we go. That's a lot better. All right. Black Guy 9. Yep. Silver bracelets. Yes, sir. He says, let's go, Tony. I know that's right. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's get him. You know, you can't handle the truth. I actually came in as well. Let's go ahead on and get him, though. We're going to get him. We're going to get him. MAGA is in his house. That's what's up, boy. I tell you, man. Boy, I got to put that in there twice, man, you know. Get him, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to talk about, man. Isn't Tulsi Gabbard doing a wonderful job, man? Ladies and gentlemen, Tulsi Gabbard is doing a wonderful job, man. always been a very, very beautiful woman and things like that. Got that little gray thing on the side of her hair, man, looking like what's this, Rogue off of the X-Men? But it's all good. I ain't clowning her, you know. I ain't clowning now. I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, But yeah, he was never under grace, but I had to put it in there that way, you know. You know how it is. This stuff is so sensitive, you know. And yeah, you are absolutely correct. He was never under grace, but it was an illusion that Obama was under grace, ladies and gentlemen. But I agree with you, Reigning, you know what I'm saying, Reigns. Yeah, he was never under grace, and we gonna get into it, boy. 100 is what Gamer Earth says, you know. We're going to post that, too. I got to go on and post that. I hope you guys are doing well on this afternoon, Sunday morning, or Sunday afternoon, I should say. But we're going to go ahead on and get it, man. Let me see here. So let me go ahead and pull up my notes and stuff, and we're going to go over it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go over this stuff. Man, you know. So, yeah, let's go ahead on and get into it. So with the key allegations by Tulsi Gabbard, we're going to go over that. There's a lot of things in regards to that. Yeah, so we're going to talk about them. I'm looking at my other notes, though, too. Hold on for a minute, guys. I had a list of things here. Hold on for a minute. Let me just, all right, let me see here. All right, let's go ahead. Because we got to get them, man. We got to get them. We got to get them, so. And they're doing a good job of getting them, man, because the evidence is compelling, you know what I'm saying? Big time and things for what this man has done. In fact, let me do this here. We got to go ahead on and put Obama back up in here, too, man. Hold on for a minute. You know, I like to keep his photo up here, but we're going to get into it. No, I'm going to put it up a little later. Those silver bracelets are going to be coming into fruition, you know? Before we go into that, hold on for a minute. Where is, this is my same, wait a moment, what is going on here? Hold on for one moment. All right, gotta get my notes compiled here. All right, let's see here, Got the history there, this is today. I had other stuff here, and I can't seem to find it. I cannot seem to find it, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on for a minute. I do apologize about this. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get with it, though. Yeah, so for the key allegations, you know what I'm saying, by Tulsi Gabbard. Here's a summary. This is her main claims for July 20th, 2025, right? The disclassification in statements, right? We have treasonous, thank you for the likes, treasonous conspiracy, right? Obama and his national security team, right? James Clapper, John Brennan, James Comey, and others. It was Susan Rice, right? Biden was in that room too. I got to keep mentioning him. This is what's just here is that they got it listed as allegedly directed the creation of false ICA, right? Claiming Russia interference in the 2016, thank you for the likes, for the 2016 election to help, right? Here it is, the election, right? To help Trump. They said that the goal was supposedly to subvert the election results and launch a years-long coup against a duly elected president. And this is by The Hill. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it, guys. And this is reported by The Hill, right? Now it says here, manufacturing and manipulating intelligence. Officials allegedly use, contracted sources suppressed, right? Descended evidence. Example, prior assessments that Russia lacked intent or compatibility, ignored the IC tradecraft standards and popularized, right? Or politicalized, here we go, the process of Trump's win. This includes December the 9th, 2016, White House met with top officials, weaponization of intelligence. The narrative was allegedly created to delegitimize Trump's presidency, fuel the Russia collusion probe, and to support later actions like impeachment efforts. Gabbard called it the most egregious weaponization, politicalization of intelligence in America history, right? And this is what she said, and I agree with her, right? Criminal referrals, thank you for the likes. Criminal referrals. Gabbard stated she referred Obama personally, thank you for the likes, along with other officials to the DOJ and FBI for potential persecution, right? She released supporting disclassified documents, including 2020 House Intelligence Committee reports and timelines that she described as irrefutable evidence. Now, think about that. Thank you for the likes. This means, you already know what irrefutable means, right? It just cannot be denied. It cannot be changed. It cannot be, because we don't even have to go with the alleged stuff at this point, in my opinion, because they have the evidence, as I said yesterday, right? The stuff has been sent to the grand jury, right? This is exactly what we're looking at here. That's why remember I showed you the photo. There's a method to the madness, man. The photos of Obama in those silver bracelets, right? And we're going to put the photo back up a little bit later. I just want you guys to see me and see my video, see my camera and stuff like that. But this is exactly what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what is going on, right? Let's go down. Thank you for the likes, right? All right. So the context and counterpoints. No indictments, not yet, right? The DOJ referrals have not resulted in the public charges or persecutions against Obama or the named officials. Critics across outlets like now, they call it MSNBC. Oh my goodness, Washington Post. They even got a fact check. Man, that's why I say, man, these people are the enemies of the United States of America. Even the fake news stuff. Thank you for the likes. Because you should see right here, she said irrefutable, right? Irrefutable evidence, right? This is what Tulsi had to say. But they're over here talking about fact check. You know, Washington Post, it's a trash rag. Thank you for the likes. I mean, I'm over here looking at this stuff right now, man. This is what they're saying. They tell Washington Post have never been credible talking about fact check. Oh my good. And was it Reuters? Politico? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Oh my goodness. Describe the evidence as thin, recycled from prior investigations. This is what they're saying. We already know, man. It says insufficient of treason and sedition conspiracy. Because you know Obama has been a golden boy for a long time. But the golden boy is not golden no more, man. Because, again, this compiling evidence of what they tried to do by trying to overthrow a duly elected president, right? They have done this. This is treason. This is what Obama has been accused of, right? The evidence of what he did against a sitting president of the United States of America. And it subverted the will of the people's election. Our election was stolen in 2020, right? There's no need. Why are we even dealing with Trump stuff? Thank you for the like. Trump was innocent the whole time. You know who was guilty? It was Obama and his married men and women that was involved with this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said before, weaponization of intelligence, right? Manufacturing and manipulating intelligence, criminal referrals, right? You get into, and then the news, the fake news anyway, which we're going to go into that. Thank you for the likes, right? right? So here it is, though. Gabbard's actions align with efforts under Trump's administration to revisit, thank you for the likes, 2016 events. For primary sources, check, it has here odni.gov for release for January 2025. So here it is, though, man. This is the thing. And then we also have to talk about the Smith-Mundt Act, right? And this was the U.S. Information and Educational Exchange Act of 1948, was a Cold War law, right? The original purpose was a simple version. It let the U.S. government create radio, TV, media like Voice of America to explain America and the U.S. policies to people on other countries, right? It was banned, right? It banded the government, sorry about that, it banded the government from sending the same material back, thank you for the likes, back home to America to prevent government from propagandizing, right, its own citizens. This is what it was originally, right? But guess what? We're going to need some more. The worry was the government-funded news might be used to influence or manipulate the American public. What Obama changed? Whoa, man. Obama did not single-handedly rewrite the law in January 2013. He signed a National Defense Authorization Act, right, which is the NDAA for 2013. Buried in it was the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012, bipartisan bill, right, supported by Representative Mac Thornburg, which was a Republican, and Representative Adam Smith, which was a Democrat, Congress, right? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The main change effect was July 2013. It lifted the old ban on domestic access, right? America or the U.S. media, schools, etc. now can request and access the government, right? Produce content that was made for foreign audience. It also made it easier to get materials from the Freedom Information Act request, right? Why? Because the internet is an old ban, pointless, right? Anyone can already find the Voice of America online. Supporters said it was increased transparency to let Americans see their tax dollars were funded abroad, right? It still prohibits use of money to activity, influence, blah, 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 paparazzi. So here it is right here, though, ladies and gentlemen. 2013, the government made news for foreigners in America allegedly blocked from seeing it easily. Because this is what ended up happening. Thank you for the likes, right? So after 2013, America can now watch and listen to it. They're up on request online. So there were some changes, though, right? And we already know with the news and things like that, and so forth, the whole, the whole Voices of America, you know, that's being ran by Katie, what's her name? Kate, what's her name? Oh, man, you know what I'm talking about. Hold on, the one that stole the election from, oh, man, what's her name, though, right now? Hold on for a minute, man. Oh, man, hold on, I can't believe Carrie Lake, God darn it. Yeah, so Carrie Lake, remember they tried to kick her out of the Voices of America? Carrie Lake. And she's over here been doing a wonderful job of restructuring Voices of America, right? So this propaganda machine that Obama created, you know, when he changed the Smith-Mundt Act, this is exactly what ended up happening. How foreigners see America, right? We're talking about the propaganda weapon machine once again. I had to bring this stuff up. Now, I got some other stuff here too, but many online posts called the Obama legitimized propaganda on Americans, right? This is exactly what he did. Because with the new propaganda programs aimed at the U.S. citizens or force any on people, it mostly made existing foreign broadcasting legal, right? Available domestically. Critics worry still blur lines or allow, subtle influence. Supporters say it's harmless transparency on the digital age, right? Here it is. This is the thing, though, man. This is the thing, though, ladies and gentlemen. Propaganda on the American people, on the will of the American people, right? This is the thing about it, man. Obama did a lot of stuff, man, against the American people. And then you have, once again, look at where we are today. We're going to get into Benghazi, too. This is another thing, man. We're going to get in Benghazi, right? Right? Stay with me on this thing, man, because it's a damn shame, right? Can you imagine if Benghazi was under Trump, right? Man, they'd be impeaching this guy. Obama should have been impeached, in my opinion, then with Benghazi. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? He should have, thank you for the likes. He should have been impeached, right, a long time ago with Benghazi. Nobody said anything. And the thing, they use Obama because Obama was half black, half white. If you were, thank you for the likes, if you were attack Obama, they would call you racist. If you were black attacking Obama, they would call you a sellout and a coon and a bootlegger. You see what I'm saying? He was strategically put in place. It was identity politics. Same thing they tried to do with Kamala and failed, right? Obama, this is the dude. All roads lead to Obama. And I should have named the title that in the beginning, though, right? But it does. All roads lead to Obama, man. This is why we're in the situation right now, man. So let's go ahead and get it. Let's talk about the Benghazi attack. Thank you for the like. Oh, my goodness. It happened on September the 11th, 2012. Benghazi, Libya. Islamic militant attack, right? A U.S. diplomat compound near the CIA, right? Annex, killing 4 Americans, right? And we're going to name them. Had this would have been Trump, I'm just saying, you guys think about it, right? Let me get a little drink here. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. Got a little tea here, but still hot. But other than that, though, here it is, though, ladies and gentlemen. So as I said, the Islamic attack or militant attacks on the U.S. diplomat compound and a nearby CIA annex, right, killing 4 Americans. So the ambassador, Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Tyrone Wood, and Glenn Doherty. These are the 4 people. And an attack, ladies and gentlemen, right, that we're looking at here on a U.S. diplomat compound. Once again, y'all all in agreement. Had that would have been Trump, you already know, don't you? Don't you? But nobody said anything. And then why was it accessible for these Islamics, right? Why was it so easy, right? Because it wasn't defended very well. Man, can you imagine? You got access to this is why Obama's looking like shit right now. I'm just being really real. We got the greatest military on the planet. He did not protect these people, and these people died almost in vain. Look at this type of stuff here. Main negative criticism under Obama. Number 1, which I agree. Poorly security, right, before the attack. The U.S. facility in Benghazi was lightly protected. Why is the U.S. diplomat? Why was this center compound, diplomatic compound, was unprotected? Why wasn't it covered down? Right. That's the first question. Right now, I'm asking questions to the left. Why wasn't it? Right. Before we go any further, we want to know why those people, the 4 people, were killed, and why was it, right? Why wasn't the U.S. diplomatic compound protected? Why? That's the question. That is the question for today. No other questions will be allowed to be answered. That's what we want to know, right? Number 2, there were many warnings about the growing terrorist threats and attacks on the Western targets in the area, right? If you already had intel that this was going down way before, why wouldn't you protect it? Does it sound like does it sound like Obama was in league with the Islamic Brotherhood? Could it so well be, right? Because it ain't making sense on anything else. Was this really orchestrated for real? Was it planned, right? 4 people were murdered, right? That's the thing about it. This is the question, right? What about the number 3? Request for more security from diplomats and security officers were denied or ignored by the State Department. Why was it, right? Why was it ignored? This is the question to the left. These Obama lovers, right, got questions for you. Thank you. See, they can thumb it down because they can't answer the ish. That's what make y'all look stupid. Once again, another stupid day, just like I made you look stupid yesterday, and we're going to make you look ignorant and stupid today. This man here, this stuff has been cited as factual evidence of what happened in Benghazi. And you're going to answer these questions today or get out. Simple as that. You're going to answer. I ask the questions around here. You ain't asking nothing. I want to know, right? Thank you for the likes. I want to know, why wasn't the U.S. diplomatic compound protected, right? When you already got warnings before saying that it was going to be a Islamic terrorist attack. Boy, I tell you, man. Why wasn't it protected properly? That's the question for these. And y'all ask the same questions to these guys in the room. You ain't got to answer nothing else. They're going to answer my questions in here, right? They didn't answer the ones about Trump, and you're going to answer those questions here, right? Because we got the facts, and you're going to answer them, right? Because you ain't moving one iota. I'm going to keep your feet to the flame. Why wasn't the U.S. diplomatic compound protected? That's the question, all right? Why wasn't it? After they were warned, right? They were already warned that there was going to be a possible attack from the Islamic jihadists, right? That's what it was, right? Critics say that Obama's administration was too focused on normalizing relations in Libya after 2011 war and downplayed the dangers. It's bullshit. Excuse my French, but it is. You know damn well that it was a setup. And that's my opinion, and I have a right to it. Right? It was set up, right? 4 Americans lost their life, right? Because of a so-called president that failed on the job, failed against the American people, and set up in here and lied, right? And you ain't gonna move from one iota on the left, you Obama lapdog loving suckers. I'm gonna get your ass today, and I'm coming for you today. You better answer my questions, right? Or you going to get out, because I got my mod in here today. And he's got the mod trigger button. Make sure they try to answer those questions. I can't see the comments right now. And I appreciate all the likes, though, too, and the subscribing and things, because we don't rock with Obama around here. Why you think I was showing the silver bracelets, I'm talking about to the left, right? Nobody's over here making this stuff up about this man. It's an actual fact, right? Look at this stuff here, man, right? Slow and inadequate response during the attack, right? Look at this. The fight lasted about 8 to 13 hours. Critics claim there was no quick military help sent from nearby bases. I wonder why. This is the question. Well, I'm not letting this guy off the hook ever, right? And neither should you. We asking the questions. F about a black face. I don't give a damn about it because he have my similar hue. He lighter than me. Wait, what that got to do with it? This is about a president that failed down, an ex-president that failed down on the job. And we know it was purpose because the bullshit excuses that he's given, he was already warned there was a possible attack coming. You had the intel, Obama. You could have protected those 4 people. And I'm bringing this back from the past because to me, it's still current in my head. Benghazi, right? He should have been impeached right then and there on some other things besides in Benghazi. You know? I want his legacy destroyed. I want to see him, right? When they get him and they will arrest him, and he has to go before a military tribunal court for treason. And that's what I want to see, right? And I'm look forward. I'm going to have my popcorn and everything, but I'm going to look forward to the day that Obama is in those silver bracelets, right? Going to the military tribunal court, right? You know what I'm saying? If he get Gitmo, that'd be too easy for him, man. That's all I got to say, man. And Americans are outraged, even in this room, of a so-called president, right? He is nothing like Trump. Trump would have never let that happen. You know it. I know it. You know what I'm saying? We go back for our dead, right? No soldier left behind, right? And that's what he did, man, in so many words. Tell about Obama. Obama is a coward, right? Obama is a liar and a cheat, right? And talking about treason. And I said it, right? And that's exactly what it is. And I ain't going to never take it back. You don't back up no liars and people that's committing treason and weaponizing intelligence and all the rest of this stuff. It's all drumming up. I'm building this thing up right along with Tulsi, right? Gabbard, right? Look at this, man. Look at this. So here it is, though. The later, hold on for a minute. All right, sorry about that. All right, so here it is. All right, here it is. Later investigations mostly found no deliberated stand down. Here it is. No deliberated stand down, but said, thank you for the likes, but said that the overall military response was too slow and poorly coordinated. Had that would have been, think about it, guys. Y'all know it, ladies. If this would have been Trump, what you think would have happened? They would have used this. He wouldn't have been reelected. If they couldn't impeach him, it would be no way that he could be reelected, because the fake news media, they would have drummed it up. They would have politicized this thing like they always do. It would have been no end in sight. But with Obama, you ain't hear no pushback whatsoever. And y'all remember, because we were all living in that time, not one pushback. I never liked Obama, ever. While everybody was rapping and raving and cheering, man, shoot, I was like Huey on the Boondocks, because Aaron McGruer even knew. They were here crying over this man, Obama. Shoot, I was laughing at him, crying over this guy around the inauguration day. I know some of you thought that he was going to make change. I never liked this guy. I didn't know where this guy came from. Nobody knew about this guy. Sinuses. Nobody even knew about this guy, man, at all. Nobody. This guy practically came out of nowhere and showed up in Chicago. You know, man, please. You know what I'm saying? So his legacy is just being torn down by him, of the evidence and the compiling evidence that steady drumming and formulating against this ex-president. It'd be nice once they get rid of him, they're going to strip him out of the history books. Right? This is exactly what's going to happen. And you on the left that love Obama, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. It's too much information. And now that the more American people are waking up, you got blacks waking up, whites and others that are waking up about this man. I never liked this guy, ever. I was never no Obama fan at all. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do ish for America. He never did ish for the black community, and that is a fact. And you got these old black sellouts still rah-rahing about this man. Thank you for the likes. I'm saying, what the hell he do? Other than you voted for him because he was black, you didn't know nothing about no policies that he talked about and did. Thank you for the likes. The black clergy going crazy over this man, the so-called black leaders, which is a joke, right? They knew he wasn't going to do nothing at all. It's trash in the so-called black community, backing a man that didn't do nothing. They still kiss his butt. His legacy is being dismantled as we speak, and you can't stop it, right? You can't stop it. I'm over here reading, compiling information and evidence of what he did, especially with Benghazi. And we got to hold them accountable for that too, which they are. Because we know he's a Muslim Brotherhood, right? It's mighty shady. It's mighty, interesting why we got so many Muslims over here. Never been vetted, terrorists and all the rest of the stuff. Never been vetted. Oh, man, please. Boy, I tell you, man. Somali too, boy. I tell you. Look at this. So let's go ahead and get it. Man, I tell you, man. Look at this. For days and weeks, Obama administration officials, including Susan Rice, Hillary Clinton, publicly blamed the attack on spontaneous protesters over an anti-Muslim YouTube channel. That is so weak. They were warned ahead of time, right? The U.S. diplomatic compound, those 4 Americans were supposed to be protected. And see how coward they are when they want to thumb down. They thumb down the obvious. These are leftist pussies. I can't stand them, to be honest. I'm going directly after your so-called commander-in-chief. He ain't never been shit. I never liked Obama, and I don't like the people that support Obama. Because when you support a treasonous person, that makes you my enemy, and that makes you a treason as well, too, to this country. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I see it. And yes, we're going to get down to it. And I said we're going to do some cooking. I cooked his ass yesterday, and I'm going to cook him again today. Thank you for the likes. Because these people that come in this room rah-rahing about Obama, this is a weak thing, talking about the protests over the anti-Muslim YouTube videos. This is the weakest point that Susan Rice and Hillary Clinton can say. These are treasonous people too. This also go after the Clintons. Susan Rice, James Clapper, John Brennan, right? These are the people, James Comey, right? We're talking about these people, right? In this merry circle of men and women. They can't deny it. They can't deny it when they come in this room, though. And like I said, why wasn't the U.S. diplomatic compound protected? That's the question. Again, for the left. I'm asking the questions in here. Now, you either answer those questions, right? That's what you're going to do. That's what you better do, right? Now, here's the other thing. Intelligence quickly showed it was planned terrorist attack by militant, right, linked to Ansar al-Sharar, or we call it Al-Qaeda affiliate. Oh, my goodness. Evidence. That means it was without a shadow of a doubt that this would happen. Look at it. Can we read it again? Intelligence quickly showed, thank you for the likes, intelligence quickly showed it was a planned attack by militants linked to who? Ansar al-Sharar, right? Or Al-Qaeda affiliate. I'm over here cooking these people on the left here. They don't have no response at all. I love it when they come in the room. Therefore, I could give him a nice ass whooping, verbally, that is. You know what I'm saying? Verbally. It's okay, liberals on the left. You know I'm cooking y'all real good, boy. Boy, I got that barbecue going. It's going to be done real soon, babies. It's going to be done real soon. The leftists, you know, boy, I tear y'all behind up with facts. So that's all you got to do is present the facts. They crash out. They go crazy. They can't defend any of this stuff. Talking about somebody lying when it's also showing intelligence quickly showed it was a planned attack. They were already warned ahead of time. Lost 4 Americans. You know Tyrone was a brother. You know that was a brother. Ain't nobody white named Tyrone. That was a brother that also lost his life under the incompetence of the so-called President Obama, right? That's what I say. We're going to make sure his legacy is removed, right? And we coming after you, right? That's exactly what it is. I want him out of here, man. for what he did against America. We already talked about it earlier. Weaponized the intelligence, went after a duly elect president, which was Trump, 2016. It wasn't even good enough for him just to say, because the people voted for Trump. No way in the world that Biden won, right? No way in the world without them having to cheat. The low-down left always cheat. They ain't nothing but a bunch of rotten apples, man. They worse than that. I'm just trying to choose my words real wisely because I got some choice words for them, right? Now, the man among them, man, a bunch of crash-out little girls, right? They worse than the women. You see them coming in the room, making up made-up avatars, phony avatars and stuff like that. I show my face, but they don't show nothing. They can't even answer questions that I present, right? Look at this. And we're going to go ahead and cooking because the cooking, I tell you, black guy, now you know I was going to get him today as well, too. I was going to get him again. I'm going to tear they behind up, right? Look at this. Bunch of beta in the room, boy. Beta. Beta male. I learned that from Jesse Lee Peterson, you know. Many saw this as a cover-up or a spin to protect Obama. Re-election narratives, right? That Al-Qaeda was on the run and terrorism was no big threat. Al-Qaeda wasn't on the run. It made us think that they were on the run because he wasn't going to attack his boys. Al-Qaeda and all the rest of them, that was his boys, a Muslim Brotherhood, right? That's exactly what it is, though, too. Because it's mighty coincidental. They didn't protect it after they were warned. But they little crybabies that come in here because I have to spank their bottom every time. It's okay. Libs on the left. Soon it's going to be all over. Because when Obama wearing those silver bracelets and going for a military tribunal court, I'm gonna be in great glee. I'm gonna be very happy. It'll be a happy day that American people have sought justice, right? You know what I'm saying? We're not going to, thank you for the likes. We are not going to promote, we're not going to do any, we're not promoting failure and treason. See, on the left, they do that. They always make excuses. Excuses is running thin. You're running out, right? Look at this, man. So we talked about Benghazi, right? Let's go ahead and talk about those four people again. Ambassador Chris Stevens, Sean Smith, Tyrone Woods, you know that's a brother, right? And Glenn Doherty, right? Thank you for the likes. These were the four people that Obama never secured and never protected them, right? Right? They were warned, right? They said that there was many warnings, not warned once, many warnings that the growing terrorist threats and attacks on Western targets in the area. And I'm asking the people on the left again, you know they stupid, right? Ignorant, pussies and sissies, right? I love going out. You know I love going off on them. Because they can't answer another question. I'm not Jesse Lee Peterson, right? Even though I like him. But, you know, a curse word may slip or two. You know? He has a way of dealing with I have my own way of dealing with these libtards, you know? Let's say it again. There were many warnings, right, about the growing threats and attacks on Western targets in the area. Thank you for the likes, right? This is exactly, right, what happened. Requests for more security from diplomats and security officers were denied or ignored by State Department, right? Oh, man. Why was it ignored? And why was it denied? Why? Could it be that this was a setup? Right? Got to go back in time here, right? If that would have been Trump, we already know. So when y'all went after Trump, I'm going after Obama, right? This is the Go After Obama channel. And that's exactly what it is. We're going after your crooked leader. Your fake leader, your leader that have set up treason, right? Going after a duly president, right? Which was Trump, 2016. So therefore, what you know, like the old saying goes, What's good for the goose is good for the gander. We coming after you now, right? Exactly. And I'm not going to let up on this type of stuff either. You know, your Clintons. Biden was in that room too when they had that meeting. That was a coup. They set up a coup, right? Russia. All the evidence, Trump has been vindicated. But it's still not enough for these old lying-ass leftist people that come in my room spitting out all this propaganda and bull crap, right? They make themselves look stupid. Here it is. I'm reading it from the evidence of what actually happened. I find it mighty funny. Why ignore, right? Why deny extra protection? It seems to me that they wanted this to happen, right? That's what it sounds like to me. You could thumb down. It helps my algorithms anyway. You ain't answered one damn question that I've actually asked. Thank you for the likes. That's why I don't respect your line of questioning. Once again, mods, let them know. They're not allowed to do the apples and oranges comparison. They're not allowed to ask a question with a question. They're not allowed to crash out. If they don't answer the question in a timely manner, they're out. It's just how it is. Those are the rules. Thank you. And I have checkmated them in this box. So therefore, you can't ask me a question with another question. You're not allowed to crash out, right? You're not allowed to deflect or any other thing trying to move the goalposts. You're going to stay on target. We're talking about this right now. Why wasn't the 4, right, U.S., right? These are our people that were not protected at all. Why weren't they? We're already seeing with the evidence they were already warned about the rise of terrorism in that country over there in Benghazi. And then what did Obama do? He failed. He failed those 4 Americans. They lost their life, which they could have been protected. That right there should have been impeachment right there. He shouldn't have been a second term. And I'm calling him out on this bullshit. Excuse my French, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. facility in Benghazi was lightly protected. It wasn't heavily protected because if it was, those 4 Americans would have been alive today. Yeah, it made a lot of headway. They were going after them. I remember all that stuff. But you got to keep in mind, we had a lot of rhinos back then. And the rhinos rah-rah for the Uniparty. They're the same group. That's why nothing ever happened. That's why back in those days, I didn't vote because I saw the BS between the left and the right. Outside of Trump, the lying-ass rhinos, Republican in name only, and the low-down racist KKK Democrats, both of them, right, did nothing. They didn't call, they didn't call Obama out, right? It was a situation he was already warned. Already warned. I'm going to give him the same thing that y'all give Trump. I'm coming after him just like y'all try to come after Trump. A tit for tat, right? An eye for an eye. And that's exactly what it is, though, too. You will not escape this on the left. You know this. He's not going to escape this. The presidential immunity will not cover him, right? We're talking about treason now. This is a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Russia, right? Boy, I tell you, man. Look at this. Look at this. Request for more security from the diplomats and security officers were denied or ignored, as I said again. Why was that? Why was that order ignored or denied? Why? Why, people on the left? Why? Answer a effing question. Why was it ignored? Let alone denied. Why? Why? That's the question. Why? That's the question. You're not going to ignore this. You're not going to duck it. You're going to answer that question. Why? And like I said, the rules, they're not allowed to ask the question with a question, no moving the goalposts, no comparing apples to oranges, and no crash out. If you do any of these things, you're automatically out. Simple as that. So, like I said, moderators, you already know. If you know what I'm saying, Black Guy 9, you know what to do. The targets are in the room, so you know what to do to neutralize the, situation. So other than that, though, let's go back a little bit and things like that. So we talked about that. Talked about Tulsi Gabbard, right? About the Russia. Let's go over it again for people that's coming into the room. We talked about the treasonous conspiracy, right? Right. This is the claim that she made on Obama and his national security team. Let's go over it again. James Clapper, John Brennan, James Comey, Susan Rice, Hillary Clinton, and Joe Biden, and there's a few others. You know what I'm saying? They all colluded against a duly sitting president, which was Trump, right? Right? Russia interference in 2016, right? They lied on Trump. They say Trump cheated. They say that Trump used Russian intelligence in order for him to get into the White House. All of it was a lie. No evidence. Even pencil neck Adam Shifty Schiff still trying to run that narrative. Guess what? Nothing burger. Okay, here's another question for the leftist retards, right? Here it is. Where are the evidence? That's what we're looking for here. That's the thing about it. Where is it? See, they don't have no answer for this stuff at all. Where are the evidence? That's what we're asking. Where is it? These people have set up a coup, right? Let us not forget about that, right? We all aware of it. More evidence is compiling. More evidence is coming out about Obama and his surrounding coup, right? That have done this against an innocent man. Trump is an innocent man, right? We went over yesterday with the 34 count crap stuff. Trumped up evidence, partner pun. Trumped up evidence. It's not evidence, it's lies. Lies, lies, lies. Because we're still waiting from the left. If Trump is lying, if Tulsi Gabbard is lying, right? If she's lying when she got all this evidence, where's your evidence that says otherwise? You've been producing nothing but nothing burgers the whole time. And I do believe, I think that Obama might have gotten too cocky because he probably never would have thought that this day would ever come to light. That's what it is. They've been finding paperwork that was buried downstairs, hidden from plain view. And they found more evidence, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, I tell you, man, look at this. Compiled evidence of what Obama and his security detail that was surrounding him did to a duly sitting president, which was Donald J. Trump. Now, can you imagine if that happened and you? It's called being framed for something that you didn't do. They created this whole narrative to get people to be against Trump. They created this racist crap stuff. They tried to set Trump up, and it's all failing. Because we're in a different, thank you for the likes, we're in a different arena. 2020, there was a lot of Americans that hated Trump. But again, it was because of Obama created that. See, it wasn't good enough for him that Trump won fair and square, right? 2020. Don't believe that they didn't try to, I'm talking about, 2016. Sorry about that. 2016 when Trump won fair and square, beating Hillary over the Electoral College. Hillary had the what? The popular vote. Trump, right? Look at what he had, the Electoral College vote. Thank you for the like. That's what pushed him 270, right? 270 would get you into the White House. Hillary was this, man, she lost her effing mind, right? She thought she had it in the bag. I remember she was over here celebrating. And see, with these libtards that come in here, I love cooking they behind. I do it well, very, very well, actually. Just what you can do is put up the evidence. They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing for me, and they don't have nothing for you guys. They lied. They cheated. And look what's happening now. You know Obama will get them silver bracelets. That will happen. Guaranteed. And there's more evidence that's being compiled right now to see his ass in these chains, right? And I want to see the libtards. I want to see the agony. In fact, let's go ahead and pull that up. Give me 1 minute, guys. You know how I do, right? I love to troll the trolls. Give me 1 moment here, right? Give me 1 moment, man. Let's see here. Okay, 2024 reaction. Oh man, I just love it, man. The meltdown, man. Oh man, hold on for a minute. Oh my goodness, hold on for a minute. As soon as I find this stuff, man. The meltdowns are so real, man. Hold on for a minute. Look, Lefty's losing it. Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm sorry. No.
I gotta hold on for a minute, guys. Hold on for a minute. I just got music playing in the background. Oh yeah. I love it. What? I love it. Wait till when Obama going with the silver bracelets. This is what's going to happen. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Get ready, leftists. Boy, I tell y'all, man. Hold on for a minute. Oh man, look at this. They was so upset. Boy, look at this. Look at Rachel Maddow, man. Oh my gosh, she even broke down and cried, looking like a man. Boy, I tell you. Is she a woman? Is she a man? Right? One woman, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Boy, I just love playing this stuff, boy. Look at this, man. Boy, Trump. Oh my goodness, man. It's just too easy. And I'm going to go back on my point. Just give me a minute. 194, 220, 266. Roll to 270, right? Man, I know you don't like it, but I just love putting it in your face. I troll you better than you do. Thank you for the likes, though, man. Look at that. And they were trying to cheat. You know these are cheating states right here. Look at this. These are cheating states, boy, because nowhere in the world she would even gotten that. They had to cheat just to do that. Trump spanked that. You know what? Thank you for the likes. We all know the truth. Boy, look at this here. Oh, yeah. Look at this sellout coon right here on the right, Al Sharpton. Look at this snake. Look at this. Look at this bobbleneck. Look at this dude here. We ain't did nothing for the black community. No church. Talking about Action Network. I call it ain't no action. Look at this guy here. Boy, I tell you, boy, thank you for the like. In fact, I'm going to roast this guy next time, I think. That's when I'm going to get Al Sharpton, too. Get his behind, right? Boule ass, sellout ass, trying to keep the blacks on the Democratic slave plantation, right? We must not let him leave, I tell you. He still talk like it's back in the 1800s, don't he? I say it's a travesty, I tell you. Boy, I tell you, it's a travesty, right? Why you talk like that, man? Yeah, look at him. He got him as some type of statistic analysis, knowing damn well this is, I tell you, man, boy, And Trump, look at this. They all say, oh, hold on for a minute. Oh, it's okay. All right. Let me just take that off. But look at that. Oh, my God. Some of this may have music. Let me see if it does.
See you.
Yeah, it does. They got music behind it. We're going to go back to the channel at hand. I mean, at the program at hand. You got to have a comedy relief for a minute. Oh, my goodness. Boy, look at that, boy. Trump. That's why I said they don't have nothing against, they don't have nothing for Trump, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Can we see a few more of these people lose their, you know what? I just love the crying. I love the suffering. Hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead back over here, boy. Okay, hold on for a minute. Let me see. Lefty's losing it. I love that. Lefty's losing it. Lefty's losing it, boy. Boy, and we got to get Ilhan Umar, too, man. His walls are coming out. Y'all remember this woman here, Joyless Reed? Oh, my goodness, man. Woo, terrible, man. Oh, got that boy haircut. Look like 100 miles of bad road, man. I tell you, man. It's just too easy. Oh, man. Horrible. What the? Oh, my goodness. Let me see here. Here it is before more of the meltdown. Then we're going to go back at the channel at hand. Where's my meltdowns at? Oh, here it is. You got this guy over here crying. Look at this. See how the liberal, man, he got tears in his eyes, though. Look at this. Boy, this is terrible, man. Look at this type of stuff. Lefty's losing it. It's okay. It's okay, babies. It's okay. Look at this. Yours are not. Look at that. Your God. Look at this. You hear what? You can read what he's saying, though. He's crying. That's why I say liberal men are so soft and weak. Look at them. Look at them, ladies and gentlemen. You will never see no conservative men behave this way. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all, man, it's just too easy. It's just too easy. I'm almost done, though. I'm almost done. I'm almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Is there any more? Let me see here. Hold on for a minute. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. Lefty's losing it. I love her channel, man. Hold on for a minute. Let me see if I can go ahead. Oh, yeah, here it is. Ooh, man, look at this, man. Are you serious? Does she have any let me see.
Experts. If you're wondering why these lefties are so triggered, so shocked by reality, so out of touch with their fellow Americans, well, it could be because they consume the type of media I'm about to show you now. Here are some of our favourite media leftists who were convinced that Donald Trump was toast, that Kamala was going to win, and win easily.
In my humble view, lights out.
Please welcome back the next president of the United States.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Oh, man. There's James Covell, man. Are you serious? They should never let this guy out in the daytime, though. Oh, I can't take that look in that face. Oh, my goodness. Let me get that off there. Oh, man. Ooh, can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Ooh, that's a lot better. Oh, my goodness, man. Just go somewhere. Hold on for a minute, though, you know. Oh, is that Joyless Reed? Oh, my goodness. I can't take it. I'm going to go and get her off, too. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, okay, that's a lot better. Here's another one right here, man. Oh, man.
Have rights tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. All right. Got to turn the thing down. Look at that. All right. Boy. Oh. It's okay. When Obama go down, y'all gonna be doing the same. Y'all gonna be doing this, guaranteed. Look at him. This is a man here, guys. Look at him. A person that don't give a damn about them. Kamala never gave a damn about these people. They over here crying over this woman. Look at this. Never gave a damn about. Couldn't run. She couldn't do nothing in California. I don't see what she did. I don't know any real policies or anything of change for real, man. They're over crying over somebody that don't give a damn about them. I love it, though. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Lefty's losing it. Oh, man. Look at this dude here. Boy, I tell you, man, the lefty men are worse than the women. I've always said that. Boy, even she laughing, man. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it, though, guys. I'm going to get back on the thing. I got to do some clowning with him, though. Oh, man, look at this. White dude for Harris. Man, they going crazy. Oh, my, got the fat out. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, where my elephant sound at? Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my gosh, look at this dude. Oh, my gosh, Rainbow Bright in the coalition. Oh, my God. He too damn old for this stuff, man. Wow. He should be chilling out enjoying his retirement. He over here sobbing and crying like a woman. Oh, the woman. It's okay. I don't hate you. Oh, my goodness, boy. Oh, man. Woo, man. Go ahead, Rita. Get him. Get him, Rita. Let me just stop that for a minute. There's a Rita. Hold on. Is she don't probably have no music going on.
Here she warns that we're about to enter a period of fascism. I'm so scared.
Let's say peers.
You know who this is, guys, right?
History of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism.
Did y'all see her district? Her district is terrible over there in New York. It's real bad. But she want to talk about fascism and everything. This is a woman that's made millions of dollars lying to the American people, offer nothing, no policy, no political change whatsoever, just running her mouth with that big butt of hers. That's about it. Boy, yeah, this is crazy right here. I'm just gonna finish the rest. Oh,
and
AOC.
This is the era that
Don't she look insane when you look at her eyes? She look insane, don't she? Look at that. Look
they're
at those eyes.
poised to enter.
Thank you for the likes. Boy, I tell you, boy, lefties losing it.
Me now is Batia Ungasagon, Newsweek Deputy
my
Opinion
gosh.
Editor and author.
All right, let me just go ahead and move along here a little bit. Boy, well, we don't need no analysis for lefties losing it, do we? That was like the highlight of my day. Boy, looking at that, man. I love the meltdowns. And it's going to be more of them. When, like I said, when they persecute and get Obama, it's going to be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Here's another one here. Let me see here. Pennsylvania supporters
had voted Democratic in 6 straight presidential elections, with Philadelphia, the state's largest city, in the driver's seat.
Let's look at the reaction here.
Duncan.
Let's look at the reaction.
Wall.
Look at the reaction.
Here at City Diner, election night excitement turned to disbelief and cries of defeat.
I love it.
Clinton supporter Nabila Nanji
Got to do
was
Clinton
stunned.
too.
It's just quite frankly frightening. He is not a reflection of the country that I was.
You know what? He is a reflection of the country. We need a real man, a real strong alpha male. We don't need no betas, and we don't need no Hillary. We got enough of problems as it is. But Trump 2016, man, it's a beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and see this.
Democrat Greg Traynor said he wanted a primary do-over.
None of this would have happened with Bernie Sanders.
At Andy's Diner in
Shit, what are you talking about with Bernie Sanders? Bernie was too old, right? They had to have Hillary step in. It was over here rah-rahing about Bernie. Bernie wouldn't have been able to do it. Are you serious, man? Bernie need to sit his old behind down. He's been in there he's been in government for eons, man. It's time to go on and retire him. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. They always talking about these other people. I want to look for the meltdowns, man. They're crying. Oh, yeah, there it is. There you go. Go ahead, liberal woman.
Rented for the inauguration.
Mother of 2, Jennifer Stomsky volunteered for the Clinton campaign.
You ain't volunteered for nobody. Man, Trump. Hold on for a minute. Oh, my goodness. She thought she had it in the bag. You know, Hillary was jacked up, man. When she found out that she lost, man, Hillary lost her mind. I think she might have went into a nervous breakdown, to be really honest. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, we don't need to hear nothing about Hillary, man, crooked Clinton, man. I just love getting them, man. Y'all know how I do, right? Oh, my gosh. I tell you, man. Boy, we having fun over here, though, aren't we? It's a beautiful thing, though. Where else you gonna get it? Who goes harder, man? Just with the jokes and the antics, right? Showing how they show themselves how insane they are. I'm just over here just showing the clip. Boy, I love the stress. Can I see a few more that's just in agony and in pain, in disbelief, shocked, crying, upset? I can't take James Covell. I can't watch that guy, man. Thank you for the likes. He don't need to come out in the daytime. We gotta keep him at night. No, I don't want to hear nothing from Jimmy Kimmel. Can't stand him. No, you don't need no propagandist, Mom. Let's see the Meltdown. Let's take a look at it. Is this one before I go on and play it? Because I can't even take Joy Reid in the daytime, being honest. I don't want to be sitting around watching no analysis. Oh, yeah, this is the one right here. Boy, I tell you,
I'm going to get pregnant.
Hold on for a minute, guys. I got to do something with the audio up for a minute. There we go. They always put music behind it, right? Look at that. Oh, it's okay. Look at the watering in her eyes, man. Look at Trump taking North Carolina. Trump, look at him. Oh, yeah, I just love it, boy. Look at the numbers, the polls. Vast in it. Boy, look at this, man. Oh, my gosh. She got the ring, septic ring going. Oh, my goodness, man. Ain't no good for nobody, man. Boy, I tell you, man. Look, oh, yeah, this is my favorite right here. Go ahead, boy, sister. I just lose your effing mind, though. I just love it. Boy, look at this one here. Look at this guy here. Oh, man. Would the real man please stand up? Oh, my goodness. Boy, I tell y'all, man. Yep. Boy, look at this, man. Oh, my goodness, man. This is hilarious, guys. I've watched a lot of these, man, and I just sit back and I just have myself a very good time, man. I really do. Look at this, man. Oh, my goodness. And this is how propaganda, and you know who I blame for all this? Obama and them again. They basically divided the country. Obama has tried to divide America, right? Facts. We didn't have all this ish before Obama. He couldn't just take the fact that Trump beat Hillary. What did they all had to do? Set up a coup. Conspire against a duly president that won fair and square. Trump did not do nothing. But who did? Look at this stuff, man. This is terrible. Man, I tell y'all, man. Thank you for the likes. It sure did. All right, so let me go ahead and, yeah, that's off in the Meltdowns and stuff. Now, let's go ahead and listen to Tulsi Gabbard. We're going to go ahead and listen to her. All right.
AI race, which is why today President Trump will announce a bold and comprehensive AI action plan to sustain and enhance America's global AI dominance.
Hold on for a minute. I got to back something up over here. Let me go ahead and let me see here. Just give me one moment. Boy, look at Caroline Levitt, boy. Real bright, real smart. Better than that Korean John Pierre, man. Terrible, man. Terrible. All right, let me see here. We're going to listen to no Obama best speech. We don't care about none of about this guy, man. You don't hear nothing about his behind, man. No, not at all. All right, this is what we're going to watch.
Ultimately usurping the will of the American people. I'm going to go over the key findings from the House Intelligence Report.
Get him!
Which investigated the claims that were made by an intelligence community assessment ordered by President Obama and published in January of 2017. First, Putin's principal interests relating to the 2016 election were to undermine faith in the U.S. democratic process, not show any preference of a certain candidate. In fact, this report shows Putin held back from leaking compromising material on Hillary Clinton prior to the election, instead planning to release it after the election to weaken what Moscow viewed as an inevitable Clinton presidency. In the January 2017 intelligence community assessment that President Obama ordered, John Brennan, who was CIA director at the time, and the intelligence community intentionally suppressed intelligence that showed Putin was saving the most damaging material that he had in his possession about Hillary Clinton until after her potential and likely victory. The report goes into great detail about the information that Russia and Putin had on Hillary Clinton, which included possible criminal acts like secret meetings with multiple named U.S. religious organizations in which State Department officials offered, in exchange for supporting Secretary Clinton's campaign for the presidency, significant increases in financing from the State Department. They also had documents that showed the patronage of the State Department to State Department employees who would go and support Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. There were high-level DNC emails that detailed evidence of Hillary's, quote, psycho-emotional problems, uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness, and that then Secretary Clinton was allegedly on a daily regimen of heavy tranquilizers. Then CIA Director Brennan and the intelligence community mischaracterized intelligence and relied on dubious substandard sources to create a contrived false narrative that Putin developed a quote-unquote clear preference for Trump. Brennan and the IC misled lawmakers by referencing the debunked Steele Dossier to assess quote-unquote Russia's plans and intentions, falsely suggesting that this dossier had intelligence value when he knew that it was discredited. The intelligence community excluded significant intelligence and ignored or selectively quoted reliable intelligence that contradicted the intelligence community assessment's key findings on Putin's alleged support for Trump. Including this intelligence reporting would have exposed the ICA's claim as implausible, if not ridiculous. The intelligence community assessment omitted reliably sourced information, such as how some Russian intelligence officials were quote-unquote planning for candidate Hillary Clinton's victory, while others assessed neither Trump nor Clinton would respect Russia's interests. As was reflected in the ODNI documents that we released on Friday, multiple intelligence community assessments released in the months leading up to the November 2016 election concluded that Russia had neither the intent nor capability to impact the outcome of the U.S. election. On December 5th of 2016, the FBI and ODNI gave the House Intelligence Committee its first post-election classified briefing, in which there was no mention of Putin aspiring to elect Trump by either agency. The Presidential Daily Brief, drafted on December 8th of 2016, stated that no Russian or criminal actors impacted vote counts. This document was pulled just hours before it was to be published due to quote-unquote new guidance. If it had been published, it would have been briefed to both President Obama and President-elect Donald Trump. On December 9th, 2016, a National Security Council meeting was called to gather President Obama's senior national security officials, which included CIA Director Brennan, then Obama DNI James Clapper, Susan Rice, and others. Following that secret meeting, DNI Clapper's assistant sent an email to the intelligence community with the subject line, POTUS tasking on Russia election meddling, tasking ODNI leaders to create a new assessment per the president's request. The House Intelligence Committee Oversight report that we released today reveals that, quote, unlike routine intelligence community analysis, the intelligence community assessment was a high-profile product ordered by the president, President Obama. It directed senior intelligence community agency heads and created an intelligence community assessment limited to just 5 analysts using one principal drafter. This is not something that occurs in the normal path of producing an intelligence community assessment that reflects the views across the intelligence community. The production of this intelligence community assessment was subject to unusual directives directly from the president and senior political appointees, especially the former director of the CIA, John Brennan. The House Intelligence Committee Oversight report also shows how later that same day, on December 9th, Brennan ordered the publication of quote-unquote substandard reporting on Russian activities, which had previously been withheld from publication of prior assessments because the information was judged, quote, to have not met long-standing publication standards. Some of the information later used in the Obama-ordered assessment over the objections of veteran CIA officers was, quote unquote, unclear or from unknown sources. The Intelligence Committee's oversight report reveals that CIA Director Brennan overruled senior CIA officers who challenged the Obama-ordered intelligence assessment, stating, quote, "We don't have direct information that Putin wanted to get Trump elected." Yet, the Obama-directed assessment was published on January 6, 2017, which explicitly stated, quote, "We assess Putin and the Russian government aspired to help President-elect Trump's election chances when possible by discrediting Secretary Clinton and publicly contrasting her unfavorably to him," end of quote. The CIA and FBI, then led by John Brennan and James Comey, expressed high confidence in this judgment, while the NSA expressed moderate confidence. Yet, as the report we released today shows, the ICA, the Intelligence Community Assessment, did not cite any report where Putin indicated helping Trump win was an objective. The opposite is true. With regards to the Steele Dossier, we now know that one of the source documents that the Obama administration used in the creation of this intelligence assessment in January of 2017 was none other than the discredited, unverified Steele Dossier. The House Intel report states, quote, "Contradicting public claims by then CIA Director Brennan that the dossier was not in any way incorporated into this intelligence assessment. The dossier was referenced in the intelligence assessment's main body text and further detailed in a 2-page assessment annex. John Brennan lied, and he denied using this dossier in this intelligence assessment that President Obama ordered because he knew it was discredited. It was a politically motivated, manufactured document. He directed senior CIA officials to use it anyway." CIA officer told the House Intelligence Committee staff as they investigated this, quote, "The director of the CIA, John Brennan, refused to remove it, and when confronted with the dossier's many flaws, responded, quote, 'Yes, but doesn't it ring true?'" Even the bipartisan Senate Select Committee on Intelligence report published in 2020 criticized the FBI's handling of the Steele dossier, noting its completely unverified nature and purposeful sidestepping of intelligence community procedures in its use. Now, President Obama, Hillary Clinton, John Brennan, James Clapper, James Comey, and others, including their mouthpieces in the media, knowingly lied as they repeated the contrived narrative that was created in this January 2017 Intelligence
From
Community
Detroit.
Assessment with high confidence as though it were fact. John Brennan, as CIA director, stated in a memo to his agency staff in December of 2016, saying, quote, "There is strong consensus among us on the scope, nature, and intent of Russian interference in our presidential election." This was reported by NBC News, confirming that Brennan, along with James Clapper and James Comey, agreed with the CIA's assessment that Russia intervened to help Trump win the presidency.
Thank you for the likes. Thank you.
As Obama's Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper was tasked with overseeing the creation of this assessment in January of 2017 by President Obama, and he expressed confidence in its findings. In a 2018 interview with the Harvard Gazette, he talked about how he provided Trump with the same classified assessment that President Obama received, which included the high confidence judgment that Putin directly ordered the hacking
Thank you
and
for the
election
likes. I appreciate you guys in the room tonight.
Clapper then went on
today,
to add,
this morning,
"I think
afternoon.
the Russians actually influenced the outcome."
I appreciate
This is
the
a brief
love and the
summary of the
likes. Thank you.
details that you'll find within the House Majority Staff's report in their investigation into the Obama-directed January 2017 Intelligence Community.
You know, I just want to put a pause here, though. I really appreciate you guys showing up, especially for MAGA. You know, you guys been showing up and things. You all been watching this news that Tulsi Gabbard been coming out, compiling evidence against this man that's the so-called president. I don't even like calling him the ex-president because that's too much good. It's too much, you know, giving him too much compliments, you know. Thank you for the likes. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Talking about Obama. Low down Obama, though, too. So all of the evidence, man, that she's been going over, Comey, Clapper, right, Rice, right, Biden, right, Clinton, Hillary, and all the rest of them, right, they were all involved with a coup. This coup, right, That's what we're dealing with here, though. So, like it is, we won't stop, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue on with the compiling of the evidence, stuff that we talked about. We talked about Benghazi earlier, you know. Let us not forget, had that would have been Trump, we already know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So none of them is no good. Biden, don't leave him out. He was there too. He was there at the cool meeting. He was there. You know what I'm saying? Biden was there, right? He probably don't remember he was there, but he was there. Let's go ahead and continue on, though. Thank you for the likes, too. I appreciate you guys. We cooking them on the left. We cooking them.
Assessment that leads us to the very same conclusion that we announced in the release of our documents on Friday. The implications of this are far-reaching and have to do with the integrity of our democratic republic. It has to do with an outgoing president taking action to manufacture intelligence to undermine and usurp the will of the American people in that election.
Thank you for the like.
And launch what would be a years-long coup against the incoming President of the United States, Donald Trump. Thank you.
This is exactly what ended up happening.
Thank you, Tulsi. And we do want to take questions on this topic while the director has time for this topic. She will leave. I'm happy to take questions on other matters.
Go ahead, Caroline Levitt.
Questions for Director Gabbard, you're welcome.
Look at Tulsi Gabbard, man. Looking like Rogue off the X-Men, man. I love that little gray streak.
This one is for you. Do you believe that any of this new information implicates former President Obama in criminal behavior?
We have referred and will continue to refer all of these documents to the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate the criminal implications of this.
For even former President Obama?
Correct. The evidence
Thank you
that
for the
we
like.
have
Thank you guys.
Found and that we
Thank
have
you guys for subscribing too. Wish I could see y'all
points to
subscribing, but
President
I'm working
Obama
on that.
Leading the manufacturing of this intelligence assessment. There are multiple pieces of evidence and intelligence that confirm that fact.
Ed, go ahead.
Director Gabbard, thank you. So just two questions, but to begin on that. The president yesterday, you've inferred that the former president helped lead a coup. Based on what you now see, do you believe President Obama is guilty of treason?
I'm leaving the criminal charges to the Department of Justice. I am not an attorney, but as I've said previously, when you look at the intent behind creating a fake manufactured intelligence document
Thank you for the
that
likes, though.
directly
Thank you guys.
contradicts multiple assessments that were created by the intelligence community, the expressed intent and what followed afterward
Appreciate the love and the likes again, though, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much.
Treasonous conspiracy against the American people, our republic, and an attempt to undermine
Thank you for
President
another
Trump's
like. Thank you so
administration.
much.
The Senate Intelligence Committee spent several years.
They get burned up though when y'all like the evidence that's been put before us. Thank you. Oh man, it's a free likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, man.
There was a years-long Justice Department investigation into this as well that also concluded no political interference.
Thank you for 2 more likes. Thank you guys so much.
50,000-foot level, explain, what do you now have that refutes those two?
Sure, I will encourage you in my role as the Director of National Intelligence. My job, again, as I said when I came into this role, was to make sure that we are telling the truth to the American people and that we are ensuring that the intelligence community is not being politicized. So I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm asking you in the media to conduct honest journalism and the American people to see for yourself in the documents that we've released now, close to 200 pages.
Thank you for the like.
That point in multiple references, multiple examples, to include comments that have been made by senior intelligence professionals.
Thank you for the like again. Thank you so much.
Still working within these agencies today that confirm the conclusions that we have drawn. That President Obama directed.
Thank you for the likes.
Ooh,
look at those likes that jumped up. Yep. Thank you so much.
To further this contrived false narrative that ultimately led to a years-long coup to try to undermine President Trump's presidency.
And it's your belief that those 2 previous investigations missed that or covered it up?
I'm telling you to look at the evidence.
Thank you for the likes and the love.
Look
again.
at the
Thank
evidence
you so much.
and you will know the truth.
John.
Thanks, Caroline. Thanks, Director Gabbard. You declassified these documents.
Let me just go and put that on pause for a minute. Yep, I really appreciate y'all, man. We got a lot of people that love America in this room today, you know. I mean, you guys are really showing up and showing out today. I really appreciate it, though, too, you know. And things. I mean, you hear Tulsi Gabbard, you know what I'm saying? She has the evidence. Thank you for the likes again. I mean, it's just so overwhelming that the people on the left, they can't even keep up in the room anymore, you know? It really can't. These are the people, the haters, the people that hate America, hate democracy. I'm sorry, not democracy, but the Constitution. But even though we are a constitutional republic, they hate the Republic of the United States of America. I play the Star Spangled Banner every time before I get started, you know? It shouldn't have to be a main event. That was sung by Ashley LaRue, you know, and that was at a pickleball tournament. I just wanted to give her credit where credit is due. Ashley LaRue sung that so beautifully well. I listened to a lot of them. I don't like the instrumental as much. Thank you for the likes. But this, you know, I'm patriotic too. I love America too. There's no other place greater than America. And when us as Americans have been betrayed, thank you for the likes, we have all been betrayed by this man. You know what I'm saying? Because some people pointed out there was never grace on Obama, and I'm in agreement. You know what I'm saying? So there it is, talking about change. It was change, all right. But I'm playing what Tulsi Gabbard, right? Tulsi Gabbard, right? I say her name right. You know, so she has the compiling evidence here. In fact, we're going to go and play some more. Then we went over, before that, we talked about lefties losing it. You know how that go, you know. Boy, I had a good time with the left. I love teasing them, man, don't it?
Taken Friday of last week, correct?
We released them on Friday of last week, the first tranche, yes.
This isn't the first time that President Trump has been president of the United States. He was president from 2017 to 2021. Couldn't the prior DNI under President Trump have declassified these documents? And why didn't that DNI do that at that time?
I can't speak to what happened there. There were several DNIs under the first Trump administration. President Trump faced many challenges.
I'm gonna say this real quick. In 2020, from 2017, 2020, right? It was a different climate. We go up to 2020. There was a great anti-Trump thing. He didn't have the will of the people then. And thank you for the likes, in order for the people to see, it had to go down. Even though they had the evidence, in my opinion, I believe that Trump and his administration allowed this to happen. He could have stepped in and say, hey, this is a coup. But it would have made, thank you for the likes, it would have made Trump look bad, like, oh, yeah, this person. Now, that's what they were really doing. They were painting him in that corner as being a Hitler and being a fascist and all this other stuff. So therefore, this stuff had to happen in order for the people to see. We got more people now that are in support of Trump, black, white, and other. They seen what has happened, right? Once again, they have set up a coup. Obama, Clapper, Comey, right? Rice, right? Susan Rice, right? What about Biden was there, right? Clinton was there. These are the people and others. They were all in on it to overthrow, right, a duly elected president, which was Donald J. Trump. They did this. You heard the evidence, right? So what am I got to do? Keep saying alleged? No. The evidence that she has compiled is showing step by step what ended up happening, right? Nobody got to put no lies on this man, Obama. You know, we're going to see him in those silver bracelets, right? And we're going to probably see him and these other people. You know, a military tribunal court, right? If they get on Gitmo, that'd be too good for them, though, to be honest. Let's go ahead and again hit it. There you go. Go ahead,
Those who were working in the government who sought to undermine his presidency, that's been clearly detailed. What I can speak to is the fact that this was one of the first things that we started to investigate here within this Trump administration.
Thank you for the likes. Thank you.
And have released the results upon the conclusion of our investigation.
And then my second question has to do with what intelligence agencies around the world have said about Russia, that they have tried to influence elections in the United States, in France, in Germany, in the UK. Do you disagree with that? Do you believe that Russia is a bad actor as it relates to trying to influence elections?
I'll point back to the intelligence
Thank you for the likes. Thank you.
President Trump has ordered declassified, that we have declassified and released. that the intelligence reflects Russia's
I appreciate
motives
the likes once again.
were to try to
you guys
sow
are really rocking it
discord
out
and
though
chaos,
tonight or today I
within
should
the
say.
U.S. election, which is a
night.
clear
You know, I work
distinction
nights.
from showing a preference for or against a specific candidate, which is what the Obama manufactured intelligence document alleges, that Russia preferred Donald Trump and tried to help Donald Trump get elected. Again, going back to the most important point here, with the intent to undermine the legitimacy of President Trump's election and therefore subvert the will of the American people who chose to send him to the White House.
Yep, exactly. Subvert the will of the American people. Thank you for the likes. This lady don't have no reason to come up here and lie about this. They had evidence. That's why Trump waited. He said because he had to let the coup go down in order to get the evidence. He could have stopped it, absolutely, but he did not have the will of the people. And now we're in a whole different climate today. Trump has the ear and the will. He has the people now. The people see that he was set up. Thank you for the likes, though. You know, they already see it. They saw that Trump, they tried to set him up, blamed it on Russia, how he won the election over Hillary. She never got right. She never got right. Couldn't get past the electoral college. That's why the Dems are trying to remove it now. I went over that already, you know what I'm saying? The National Voter Compact, you know what I'm saying? I went over that stuff already a few days ago, right? That's what they were trying to do. Once again, Abigail Spanberger, hey, they already warned you, right, on the right. If you push that bill through, if you try to put it up there, you will be sued. And that's a fact, right? So there it is, though, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and play more of this.
Director Gabbard, Reagan Reese with Daily Caller. You laid out that the documents revealed that the Obama administration did not publish a December 2016 presidential daily briefing that demonstrated that Russia did not steal the election. Trump was receiving these briefings at the time because he was president-elect. Are you of the view that that information was kept out of the briefing because then President-elect Donald Trump would have seen it?
I don't have any documents that speak to exactly what the new guidance was that was given as the reason for pulling that document, which, by the way, still has never been published until we released it last week, Friday. One could assume that they didn't want President Trump to see a document that came from the intelligence community that would contradict the Russian hoax narrative that began through the Hillary Clinton campaign with the Steele Dossier.
One more. Maybe either for you or Caroline. The president said yesterday that Obama committed treason. Do you or the White House believe that the Supreme Court's immunity decision protects Obama from prosecution?
Look, I can speak to the president's feelings on this matter. He spoke to all of you yesterday in the Oval Office, but I also spoke to him about this morning. And he wants to see all those who perpetuated this fraud against our country, who betrayed our country and the Constitution, to be thoroughly investigated and held accountable. And it's been 10 years of this. And I would just add, based on everything the director has said and Declassified.
Yep. And I'm going to let her explain it, but the walls are steady closing in on Obama and his merry men and women, you know. Thank you for the likes. It's steady closing in, though, you know. And we are going to get retribution and things like this because this is treason, right, which does not protect the president's immunity. But I'm going to let her explain it. But that's my opinion, right? Thank you for the likes.
All of you in this room should go through it and take a look at this report and review the intelligence, because unfortunately that hasn't happened. And many of the people who perpetuated this hoax, Clapper, Andy McCabe, James Comey, and many others, have been hired by major networks in this room to go on television and continue to spew these lies, knowing that they are lies. And if you all recall, just flashback to 2016 and the years after, the entire Trump won.
I just want to say this. I'm working on being able to see the subscribes and things. So for those that subscribe, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you guys, though, too. You know, I really do, showing up today. Making sure that this information is being repeated again, because we have treason, right? People of the highest court of the land. Thank you for the likes, which is the executive order, the executive seat, right? Which is executive legislature level, right? And here it is, Obama, right? This is what him and his people have set up. This is a coup, right? Treason. Thank you for the likes. And the walls are steady closing in, though, you know. And the day that I see him in those silver bracelets, it's the day I'm going to be very, very satisfied, just like you guys are, you know, because this is not the American way to do this. What type of people that would do this type of stuff, you know? It happened on Obama, and all roads lead to Obama. Remember that. Thank you for the likes. All roads lead to Obama. Let's go and continue.
Presidency was embroiled in this scandal that was perpetuated by the Democratic Party. And you had major Democrat Party officials in this city, namely Adam Schiff, Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, who went on television and told the American people Donald Trump is an asset of Russia. It was a lie. They always knew it. Hillary Clinton herself said that President Trump would be a puppet for Putin. Senator Tim Kaine at the time called President Trump Vladimir Putin's defense lawyer. Adam Schiff stated, and one of the worst things a lawmaker can do is to tell the American people, I know something you don't know, it's just classified and I can't tell you. And that's what he said. I can tell you that the case is more than that. I can't go into...
I appreciate it for the likes. It's going to bump this algorithm up. Share this with your family and friends as well, too. Right now, you guys have already outshined the people that are against President Trump, right? And right now, it's just bubbling over, though. The walls are closing in on Obama and the people on the left, man. And we haven't even gotten really into the fraud for real. Thank you for the double likes. I appreciate it. And that's another thing. With the fraud and this and the other things that's been going on, it's pretty the Democrat Party is going to be pretty much decimated after all this stuff. It's just too much evidence going on right now, right? Thank you for the likes.
Particulars, but there is more than circumstantial evidence now. And not enough people in this room, not enough journalists in this country pushed Adam Schiff to say, what are you talking about? What evidence do you have? Everybody just ran with the lies, and it led to impeachments. It led to the division of our country.
Boy, that's a lot of likes,
so many
though, man.
Americans,
I really
from
appreciate
listening
it,
to outlets in this room, believed in these lies.
I got to say it again. I appreciate you guys so much. This is the Truth Channel here, man, and this is exactly what it is, though, right? You heard what she even said, right? These people that have created this whole quagmire, you know, thank you for the likes, this triple likes, to double likes. I really appreciate it today. You guys are really rocking it out, though. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the likes again. Thank you.
And it's a complete scam, and it's a scandal, and the president wants to see accountability for that. Phil.
Thank you for the like again. Thank you, guys.
Gabbard. A spokesperson for former President Obama said in a statement earlier this week, quote, nothing in the documents issued last week undercuts the widely accepted
Thank you for the likes again. Man, I appreciate it, man. Let me say it again. Thank you for, you know, I always acknowledge you guys when you do the likes. You know what I'm saying? The dislikes, too, it helps the algorithm for people that dislike. Engagement, it helps the channel grow. And I really appreciate it, guys. And I got my merch up in my merch store and everything. I got to get the Discord thing going. The membership thing page is up. So, yeah, well, we can be able to have a great time talking about, because I still want to break down that movie, Civil War, man. We're going to have to talk about that. Y'all remember that movie that came out, I think, like 2023? But at any event, yeah, we're going to talk about that as well, because that's the prelude of what we're dealing with right now, if you really think about it.
2016 election, but did not successfully
Thank you for the likes.
any
Thank
votes. How do you respond to critics like former President Obama and also others on the Hill who say that the administration is conflating apples and oranges?
Thank you for the likes again. That's like 4 likes. Thank you.
Hacking of voter machines and allegations of interference.
I really appreciate it.
I think it's a disservice to the American people that former President Obama's office and others who are criticizing the transparency that is being delivered by releasing these documents. They are doing a disservice to the American people and trying to deflect away from their culpability in what is a historic...
I really am. I'm very, very humbled today. Thank you so much. I've always been. But I really appreciate you guys, though. It's you that get the visibility, get this information out and things, you know. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart again. I appreciate it. I'm one of the few that still play the Star Spangled Banner. I love that, man. I really do, man. Thank you for the like again.
Scandal and negative action towards the American people and our democratic republic. The answer to that statement can very clearly be found throughout all of the documents that we have released. Again, showing that Russia has took action to try to sow discord in the election, but showed no preference for or against any singular candidate.
And I appreciate it. All three of you guys.
You've long been an
appreciate it so much. Thank you.
In government. How do you respond to criticism that referring Obama administration
I appreciate the likes again. Double likes. I thought I saw. Thank you.
Just more weaponization, and this is a potential race to the bottom.
I think that's a very disrespectful attack on the American people who deserve the truth.
Man, you guys are
they
rocking it out
deserve to
today.
have faith and trust in the integrity of our democratic republic, which has been undermined.
Thank you for the likes
by
again.
President
Thank
Obama
you so much.
through his direction of this manufactured fake intelligence document, knowing that it was filled with lies, and knowing that it would and could then be used for all of the actions that came after.
And I would just add, there needs to be accountability for that weaponization, Phil, that we've seen. And no one has been a victim of the weaponized government more than President Trump, not just because of this political scandal. You all recall his house was raided. So I think, it's very
Yeah, y'all remember that? When they raided, thank you for the likes. They raided Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago. They went through Melania's unmentionables. Thank you for the likes. They went through Barron's room, Trump's room, right? They did this, right? There were some other people. Look at what's been going on, right? The walls are closing in, Obama. It's going to be a time when you have been removed. Thank you for the likes. He's going to be a faint memory that we won't even have to remember no more. To be stripped off as the president, right, of the United States of America, ex-president. It was just a sham and a scam of what he did. Treason at the highest level. Treason does not protect you under the president's, with that clause as being a president. It doesn't. That's why they're going after him. I appreciate the likes. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and play the rest of it. But go ahead, Caroline Levitt, take it away.
Tenuous for people to say, how dare they speak of former President Obama about this based on evidence and based on intelligence when the...
What does she have here? Evidence and intelligence. Thank you for the likes again. That's why I just say, though, this is this is incriminating. This evidence that they actually have against this man, Obama.
Former President of the United States, Donald Trump's home was raided when he was forced to sit in a Manhattan courtroom and many other courtrooms across the country for crimes he never committed when he was impeached and indicted, and the entire country witnessed that. That's the weaponization of justice. Now the president is back because the American people see the truth. Nearly 80 million Americans reelected him back to this office, and he believes that we need to have justice and accountability. And I think the nearly 80 million Americans who reelected him agree with that. Caitlin.
Thank you, Caroline. Two questions for Director Gabbard just on this. Director Gabbard, you referenced the past intelligence reports and assessments on this, including that 2017 one that was signed off, as Ed noted, by every Republican.
I appreciate the like again. Thank y'all so much, man. I really do.
Including the acting
I really
chair
appreciate
at the time,
it.
now Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who said in a statement that they did not find any evidence of Russian collusion, but they did find, however, is very troubling, and they found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling. One, are you saying that he's wrong in that statement?
Thank you for the double likes as well. Thank you so much.
What would you say to people who believe that you're only releasing these documents now to improve your standing with the president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
Well, first, I want to correct something that you stated, which was citing the Senate Intelligence Committee's report
Thank you for the
as
like
being
again.
one
Thank
and the
you.
same. I think you said the intelligence community. The Senate Intelligence Committee has a very different function than the Office of the Director of National Intelligence.
I appreciate the like. Thank you so much.
The evidence and the intelligence that has been declassified and released is irrefutable. I'm going to let Caroline speak to Secretary Rubio.
I love the likes, though. Look at that. That's what, 2 or 3 of them, I think?
He put out a statement in 2020 following that Senate Intelligence Committee report, and he said what they found is troubling. We found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling.
Yeah, irrefutable. So I went over earlier. Some of y'all been in the room when I was basically saying that. Thank you. Thank you so much for the likes. This stuff right here is boiling over with evidence. The left can't stop it. Thank you for the likes again. They cannot stop this thing. They try to come in this room and be disruptive. You guys have seen it. They can't do it. The bots, they can't do it. Your likes, ladies and gentlemen, show, whether you comment or not, Your likes, right, shows the world as well as on social media that you stand with President Donald J. Trump. You guys seeing what he's doing, right? Again, thank you for the likes. I'm not getting paid for doing this, but on the left, they are being paid. Those what do you call it? The influencers coming from the left. Thank you for the double likes. Those people have been getting paid by dark money, right? They don't pay me. This is just something I just enjoy doing, right? Thank you for so much. Thank you for the likes. I just had to reiterate that again, you know. And some of y'all that have found my channel and things, so yeah, I've been out here for a little while now. I appreciate it so much. But I said because we have the midterms, and with this and it's compiling evidence, the demo KKK rats, thank you for the triple likes, the demo KKK rats won't make it, right? That's why they're trying to redistrict everything again. That's not going to work. This party is doomed, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been doomed for a long, long time, though. But I appreciate y'all rocking it out today. Y'all showed up. Thank you. And you showed out for the likes. Thank you for so much. Y'all showed up and showed out. Let me go ahead and hear what Caroline has to say. Thank you so much.
Director of National Intelligence just confirmed for all of you that Russia was trying to sow distrust and chaos. But what's the outrage in this that Secretary Rubio did not say at the time, the Democrats were saying at the time, is the fact that the intelligence community was concocting this narrative that the president colluded with the Russians, that the president's son was holding secret meetings with the Russians, all of these lies that were never true. And he also said at that time, we discovered deeply troubling actions taken by the FBI under Comey, particularly their acceptance and willingness to rely on the Steele Dossier without verifying its methodology or sourcing. The Steele Dossier that many outlets in this room ran as the gospel truth, and it was cooked up and paid for by the Clinton campaign. As for your second question, Caitlin, I think who is saying that she would release this to try to boost her standing with the president? Who has said that?
Well, the president has publicly undermined her when it came to Iran. He said she was wrong. He told me that she didn't know what she was talking about.
Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
The only people who are suggesting that the Director of National Intelligence would release evidence to try to boost her standing with the president are the people in this room who constantly try to sow distrust and chaos amongst the president's cabinet, and it is not working. I will just answer your question directly. I am with the President of the United States every day. He has the utmost confidence in Director Gabbard. He always has. He continues to, and that is true of his entire cabinet, who is all working as one team to deliver on the promises this president made. Does anyone else have questions for Director Gabbard? And then we'll turn it over to a couple other questions.
Thank
Christian,
you for the
go
double
ahead.
likes. Thank you.
Director Gabbard, two follow-ups on questions that have been asked. You mentioned the previous DNIs during the president's first term.
I appreciate the likes again. Thank you so much.
To you right now, if I'm not mistaken, John Ratcliffe.
Once again, it's you guys, right? The voice of the American people, right? Even on watching me right now, man, I really appreciate it, man. We are all the voice of the American people, and we support our president, which is Donald J. Trump. We don't support treasonous people that hate America, hate the Constitution, and so forth. We don't stand with that at all. There's a process, you know. If you don't like the president, what you have to do is you have to vote. They didn't do that. They set up a coup, right? Blamed it on Russia, right? Look at the cheating Dominion machines and all the rest of this stuff. This stuff will not be tolerated. And it's just, you know, like I said before, the Dems on the left, you know, your party is in shambles. It's burning. You will not win. Do you understand? We have the leverage. Right? Trump didn't do nothing wrong. Your party did with this fake so-called president. Was it Obama, man? Oh, my goodness. I done cooked him enough today, right?
You've not spoken to him about why this information was not declassified during the first term.
He was in that position for a very short period of time. The work that began back then, we have picked up and absolutely completed. We are continuing to investigate this. Additional whistleblowers are now coming forward because they see an opportunity for the truth to come to light. And as Caroline said, for real accountability.
Yeah, because even with the whistleblowers, right? The whistleblowers are coming out of the woodwork more so than ever. How is Obama and them going to survive this, right? They're not going to survive it. And like I said yesterday, if you ask me, I think some of them are going to, thank you for the likes. In my opinion, I think that he or some of them may try the run. I think that's what's going to, and thank you for the likes. I think that's what's going to end up happening. They're going to try to run to some country where they feel like they can't be expedited. That's probably what's going to end up happening, right? Let's just keep it real. Thank you for the likes. I believe that Obama is going to run. What do you guys think? Y'all think he's going to run? I think I'm not run for president. I think he's going to run, you know what I'm saying? As in escape, you know what I'm saying?
To be brought forward. The accountability is the essential part of this. We can show the truth, reveal the truth. The accountability needs to occur to be able to start to restore that trust in the integrity of our democracy.
Thank you for the double likes. Thank you so much.
Leave the charging to DOJ, but the statute of limitations on conspiracy is 5 years. So what else could they possibly pursue besides treason?
I think that's a great question for Attorney General Pam Bondi. We're providing all of the evidence, all of the intelligence that we have, both redacted and unredacted versions, referring it to the Department of Justice and the FBI.
We'll take one more. Charlie, go ahead.
How credible was the information about Hillary Clinton's power from you? The report said that it was from the source.
I appreciate the likes. Thank you, guys.
That information, or was
thank you for the like again. Thank you.
Overemphasizing what they had.
All I have seen is what the Intelligence Committee have reported through their investigation.
I appreciate the like again. Thank you so much.
I think the underlying point there is that we understand from intelligence what Russia said that they had.
I appreciate the like again. Thank you.
And the important point here is that if they were trying to influence the election, as President Obama and James Clapper and John Brennan, everybody said they were doing in order to support Donald Trump's election, they would have released the most damning of that information, some of which I detailed here. You'll find the rest in the report, prior to the election to help Donald Trump win. They specifically withheld what they had on her, the most damning information, because they thought that she would win the election. They had plans to release it just prior to her inauguration to, again, sow discord and chaos in America.
Thank you.
And if I may, on Jeffrey Epstein, can you rule out that he was connected in some way to any kind of intelligence, either foreign or domestic?
Thank you for the 3 likes.
I haven't seen any evidence or information
I appreciate
that
it, guys.
that.
Thank you so much.
If anything comes before me that changes that in any way,
thank you for the like again.
Support the president's statement loud and clear. If any credible evidence comes forward, he wants the American people to see it.
Great. Director Gabbard, we thank you for the
I appreciate the likes. What's that, like four different likes? I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, man.
Okay.
Y'all
I know
really
there's
rocking it out.
many
Thank you so
issues
much.
going on today across the
Thank you
world
again.
and here at
3 more
home.
likes, triple
If you
likes.
have any
Thank
other
you.
further questions, I'm happy to take them. Ed, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, thank you, Caroline. So the Japan trade deal, is that Japan trade deal the start of this number of trade deals that the Treasury Secretary says we're going to see by August 1st?
I think it is. I mean, as you said,
all right, so we go ahead and put it up, pause right there. So we heard the evidence, right, of Tulsi Gabbard and Caroline Levitt. You know, thank you for the likes. You know, we talked about this earlier today. You know, I even talked about Benghazi. You know, and as I thank you for the likes. Those 4 Americans, right, that were killed, right, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. They're not here no more. And they were not protected at all, right? If Trump would have done that, we already know what would happen, right? But they have like different standards for different people, right? So the thing about it is that I believe that this is retribution for what was it Obama and his administration have done back in Benghazi. And then with this cool thing, he got a little too much beside himself, thinking that, and most of them think they're invincible anyway. Thank you for the likes. They sit up in their ivory towers acting like nothing, that they can't be touched, right? This is wrong. This is criminal. And we have to seek retribution. And that's what's going on right now. Because like I said, when they get him, Obama will be in those silver handcuffs, right? The bracelets. We already know what that means, right? So that's exactly what it is, though, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, I tell you, though, I said, this is the type of stuff where y'all showed up today, and not only you showed up and showed out, we already know that Trump has the ear of the American people on his side. The left don't. They're always trying to do these no kings and all the rest of this nonsense. trying to convince people, hey, I'm right, we got a king in office and stuff. It's so ridiculous. Nobody's following that stuff. The numbers are low. When I go to these college towns, they out there every weekend with the signs. I don't even show that no more. I did live streams on that though, you know. I think their best time would have been BLM and Summer of Love. Everything else is just tanking. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the likes. It's all smoke and mirrors, you know. We already talked about that, George Soros, Alex Soros, and a lot of these other people, dark money and stuff. Thank you for the likes that are pushing this socialist, right, colorless revolution and all this other stuff, right? Obama is the main one that have divided America, not Trump. It was actually Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, right? And that's exactly what it is, though, right? Then we got these old clowns that's up there like Al Sharpton and all the rest of them, right? That do nothing, even in the black community. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. One day I'm going to be doing a special piece on these guys. They're already exposed anyway, right? They are the shields of the Democratic Party. We already know this, right? They do nothing. Their job, thank you for the likes, the double, triple likes. Thank you so much. Their job is to keep blacks on the Democratic slave plantation forever. And unfortunately, thank you for the likes. Unfortunately, that's why you start seeing a lot of these clowns on MSN and so forth. And I mean, Joy Reid, I'm glad that they got her behind off, you know. We already knew that those channels are going down. We got to get Rachel Maddow out there, man. Who watches her, man? Rachel Maddow, who watches that, right? Thank you for the triple lights, you know. Anybody watch her anymore other than the left, smaller? Who watches Jimmy Kimmel? He's not even funny, right? Who watches these people, right? Who watches The View these days? I think that's been staged, right? These channels got to go. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's nothing more than a propagandist machine, right? They just preach, put out propaganda. They have no solutions at all. Democrat says this is what they do. They'll say that they're going to do something, never follow through on it, and then blame other people. Thank you for the likes. That's their modus operandi, right? That's what they do, right? But I really appreciate y'all for showing up and stuff like that. We went over lefties losing it and things like that. That's why I was showing y'all when they get Obama, and especially with the midterms, when they lose the midterms, we're going to get more of this. They're going to be going absolutely crazy, right? Should I show that again before we go on out of here? Yeah, it's going to show that again, man, because you already know, man, I love lefties losing it. I can't look at James Covell, sorry. I cannot do that. Not Mick Romney. He ain't bad as James Covell, though, but I can't look at that guy, not in the daytime. Sorry, James Covell, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I just can't do it. But hold on for a minute. Meltdown. We're going to go over more lefties losing it, and then I think y'all want to see more lefties losing it right here. We don't want to hear from Whoopi at all. No. Nope. Let me see here. Jimmy Kimmel, a terrible night. You know, no, I don't want to watch Jimmy at all, man. Thank you for the likes. I can't stand Jimmy Kimmel. No. He's not funny, man. Washed up. Never been funny, man. Never. You know? Let me see here. All right. So, yeah, let's look at the reaction of Trump.
The Fox News decision.
Hold on for a minute. Let's go ahead and do this here.
Can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
Voters express deep frustration with the Biden administration, and former President Trump and the future President Trump overperformed in urban areas, particularly with men, proving that the
Now, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all really believe that Kamala, do y'all believe that she, thank you for the likes. Do y'all believe that she actually got 226 votes? Because we already know, was it Illinois and some of these places don't even require a voter ID at all. They just had illegals coming in here. No way, you know. Look at this. Boy, I tell y'all, man, look at this stuff right here.
That they doubled and tripled down on over the course of the last few months. absolutely succeeded and brought him back to the White House.
Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House.
Yeah, look at that, boy. That's Trump right there, boy. At the time, he was called President-elect Donald Trump. Look at that. Boy, looking like $1 million, though, you know? Yeah, that's the thing about it, though. I just want the libs in this room, man, because this is going to be, once again, in the midterms. We know that he ain't running the midterms, but I like to show, like, the future of what's going to go down once again, though. It's going to be excitement. You know, we got this celebration of July the 4th, 2026, right? This is a bicentennial year, right? Man, it's going to be hot dogs, apple pie, and everything else, man. It just smells like freedom. Can't y'all smell that freedom? Man, I love the 4th of July, don't you? There's going to be a lot of parades out there celebrating our military people and everything. This man right here made it possible, man. Look at this here. Trump have saved America, right, from the tyranny from the left and the lying left and all the rest of them, man, are old rotten, low-down KK. Oh, my goodness. Boy, where can I go with that? I can go the whole thing, though, like I said before. The party of who? The KKK, right? The party of Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, all the rest of this stuff. Boy, I tell you, man, look at this. From slavery, they were against slavery, too. This is the same party. The same group, the same people, Dixiecrat, low-down, demo, KKK rats. The same thing, the same group, same people. Look at
His 47th president. And for so many of you watching right now, that news is, to say the least, a lot to digest. I understand.
She said it's a lot to digest.
Personally.
It is now official. CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any.
History this morning, 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday.
Look at her eyes, though, ladies and gentlemen. This is CNN, right? I just want you, I always look at people's eyes. Does it look like she's in distress? Does it look like she's happy? Look at these eyes, man. Same thing I saw with Joyless Reed, right? Whoopi Goldberg and all the rest of them, right?
Trump has won the presidency for a second.
It's hard for her to say it. It's hard for her to say it. Right? Oh, my goodness.
This time after having served for 4 years, then disputing the 2020 election, and then, of course, rallying a mob to the Capitol to try to interrupt the peaceful transfer of power there. Americans deciding to send him back to the White House for a second term.
And CBS.
Yeah, the Americans, which is all of us. Thank you for the likes. We sent Trump back into the White House, which is a beautiful thing. We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We sent him back where he belongs. We don't need no weak leadership. We don't need traitors and so forth that don't love America. If you don't stand with the Constitution, we are a constitutional republic, not a democracy no more, not mob rules. We don't need a mob boss telling us what to do, right? Mandates and all this other stuff. Look at this right here. Boy, I tell you, man. And then let me go ahead and pull this back up, too. Hold on for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up because thank you for the likes, though, too, because it has to be shown again, right? Because this is going to destroy their narrative. And I keep this, and I pull this up. I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up. We talked about the SAVED Act. We talked about a lot of stuff here. Wait a moment. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here. Just give me one moment. I'm going to go ahead and add this on here again. And I'm going to pull this up. But I really appreciate y'all for coming in the room. I appreciate the likes and everything, man. Because, once again, they're not paying. Thank you for the likes. I'm not getting paid for this. A lot of these fake influencers, they get paid for this stuff, man. They really do. They get paid to push propaganda, right? Thank you for the likes. You know, I see some of these guys on here and things, though, too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hold on, I'm going to put this guy up. Yeah, some of you guys know who this guy is, right? For the left, though. Oh, my goodness, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Call these people out for what they really are, though, man. Hold on for a minute. Let me see. I just had to put up old Johnny, you know. Who's Johnny, they say. Thank you for the likes. Yeah. Yeah, he's a zesty boy, isn't he? Zesty, you know. Yeah, thank you for the likes, though, boy. I tell you, man. Yeah, you guys remember this dude, too, don't you? You know. Thank you for the likes. Oh, man. Man. I got to keep it together, though, guys. I got to keep it together. Thank you for the likes, though, man. Oh, my goodness, man. This is your propagandist, man. There's many more. You know, you got David Packman. There's many more, though. Some of you guys have ran across these guys' channels, right? You know what I'm saying? Man. You know what I'm saying? This is what losing look like. These are losers, right? This is what losing look like. They're trying to spin this propaganda news so much, and they just look ridiculous doing it. There's evidence. That's why I went over with Tulsi. I shared with you guys earlier. Thank you for the likes. And what do these people do? Try to spin news. Tell me why Trump. I don't even go in a debate thing though. Too. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It's people like them and many others. You know what I'm saying? It's just really ridiculous, right? They act like they're actually tearing it up out here, you know? The ear of the people are the Americans, which are you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are the ones, not these clowns. These clowns are paid. I pulled some of them up and looked at some back. Thank you for the double likes. I already did some research. The one on the third is not really much of a big in the space and things like that, but he be trying though, you know. I'm not big in the space, but at the same time, you don't have to be big in the space when you're telling the truth. All these guys got to do is tell the truth, but we know that dark money, and I'm calling it out for what it really is. And you got others, right? Right? That's just how it is, though, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting paid, right? If they were so transparent, because who would go so far for the left unless if you're getting paid? They ain't no different from who's the No Kings thing, right? No different. No different. They getting paid, some of them $200 a day. Thank you for the likes. Y'all know what it is, right? Let me go ahead and take that off, though, man. Satana. Oh, my gosh. There's Johnny. Who's Johnny? They say. Gotta love me in a special way. Who's Johnny? Oh, yeah, there's Johnny. Oh, my goodness. Now, let me go ahead and pull up my other thing or what I want to do. I just want to pull them up. Because I've been in their chats. I get banned every time, though, you know. Especially when I say controlled opposition. Why ban me when I say you're controlled opposition? That's a trigger word. At least the two of the dudes, they ban me. Every time I say controlled opposition, they'll ban me, right? I don't ban nobody for calling me controlled opposition because I ain't getting paid. They are. Know this. It's a fact, right? Why ban me? They tell on themselves. Let me show you guys something else here. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Let me see here. I appreciate the likes though too. Soros owned. Oh my goodness. Look at this here. Thank you. Thank you for the likes though. Let me make that a little bigger. Look at this here right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the likes. Look at this here. Look at it. Could this actually be true? Thank you for the double likes. Look at this here. Could this actually be true? Right? Look at this. Boy, I tell you, man. Boy, you got smiling, treasonous Obama up in there. We know who these people are. Look at him. Could it actually be? Could it? Says Soros owned. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the problem is right here. Right? They decide, look at this, the money being put on these people to spread propaganda, lies, right? Talk down to the President Trump is an innocent man. They try to run lawfare. That didn't work. They went after his family, right? Basically raided Mar-a-Lago on some fake trumped up type stuff, pardon the pun. But this is exactly what it is, though, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. We're just showing the receipts. All these people, man, that's being controlled. I call them sock puppets, right? Because you know who they got their hand up their wazoo so deep, right? Sock puppets. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it, guys. These are sock puppets and the enemies of America. I'm willing to go out on a limb to say that, though, too, because they don't offer anything for us. Since they have been in politics, right, they have been ripping the American taxpayer off. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. That's what they've been doing. USAID fund was something we were never supposed to know about, ladies and gentlemen, ever. Kickbacks in these old phony organizations and stuff like that, and NGOs and all the rest of the nonsense. Look at what ended up happening. Thank you for the likes. There's got to be accountability for what these people have done. They are the ones that created Doge. Thank you from the left. Thank you for the double likes. Thank you for the left. You're the ones that created Doge. Now Doge has been integrated inside our government offices, every last one of them. Thank you. Thank you so much for the likes. So therefore, we can have accountability from now on. No more passing bills without being read through thoroughly, checking it out, and transparency has returned to the White House. When these, thank you for the double likes. When the lowdown, Obama and all them, Clintons and all them, we didn't see transparency. Biden, we didn't see transparency. We got more transparency now under Trump. Facts. They are the fascists, right? Look at what it is. That's why I'm gonna keep this up here, though, because this is exactly what's going on. Because of these people here, right? While American people have lost faith of our government, our electoral system, right? It was pretty much a shoo-in that the Democrats were going to win back then, right? Like they've been always cheating, in my opinion, right? They offer no solutions to our country, right? This is about money, forever wars, ousting other regimes around the world to push what? Terrorism, right? That's exactly what it is. And I call them out on a BS coming from the left. The demo KKK rats, right? And what they have done. And their leader, Barack Obama, right? Look at that. That's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the type of stuff right here that won't go, it just will not go ignored. It will not be ignored. We're going to keep the focus all the way to the midterms, right? More and more evidence is coming out against these clowns. And what about, y'all remember these clowns right here? Y'all remember these clowns right here? Who did that look like? Oh my goodness, man. Who does that look like? Right? Boy, I tell you. All right, for those that may not know, it's understandable. They're saying, who is this Indian dude? That is Sri Tandadar, over here in Wayne County in Detroit area, right? This is a congressman. Oh, my goodness, it's terrible. You already know who Ilhan Umar is. Everybody know fraud and all the rest of this stuff. And Taliba Rashid, Oh, my goodness. That's why we got to make sure that people like this don't never get into our government ever again. We don't need them right in here, though. You got to be American-born citizen. They're pushing their own agenda. They don't stand with America. They stand with their own country, right? They're part of the Muslim Brotherhood and all the rest of that stuff. At least two of them are. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, man. This is just so terrible. This is sad stuff here, And I love cooking them, I'm a cook anyway, so I love cooking. Thank you for the lights. I love cooking the left. Liberal tards, the libtards. I love cooking them, man. It's what I do best. Look at it. Look at this here. This is a shame, man. How can we allow this to happen, man? In America, right? How can you, thank you for the likes, how can you be of another country coming over here, some of them are not even legal, right? Falsify evidence, right? I mean, falsified documents, right? To come in here as an illegal. And that's what it is. That's what it's looking like with Ilhan Omar. They got her on that. You know, Taliba Rashid, I'm not really for sure. So, Tandadar, they could have came in here, been naturalized, but that don't mean nothing. Your naturalization can be revoked too. There's a whole thing going on in Dearborn, right? Which is, I'm over near Dearborn, man. This is a whole thing. Look at this. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. But look at this. You mean to tell me do they look like they represent America, or do they look like they represent their own country? Thank you for the likes. Look at it. Minnesota was on the verge of being taken over, right, by these Somalis, right? We're talking about the rice and banana eating people, right? That love their rice and bananas, you know. I never thought to think of eating rice and bananas, man, and I can't do that, man. I just can't do it, you know what I'm saying? But that works for them. That works for them, but I just can't do it. And then we got Taliba Rashid, man, looking half crazy, man. Look at them crazy eyes, man. Isn't she of Palestinian descent? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go back in your country and make your countries great? Don't y'all all three got some work to do? India needs you, Sri. We don't need you over here. We already got a functioning system of government, right? We have things that work way before y'all ever was even put into Congress, man. And we want to get you out of there because you don't belong at all, right? This is for Americans. This is what I'm going to end with, you know what I'm saying? Because from showing the faces of treason, well, in this case, they're just enemies. They're the enemies of America. They don't care about American people. They try to push their own. Look at, I mean, Taliba looking so bad. And then Ilhan Omar is even worse, man. Now she's going back on about what she said. Was she supposed to be worth $30 million? Some old fake winery and all this other crap. Taliba, give it up. You've been busted already. It's just a matter of time. We're going to kick you out of this country. We're going to send you back to Somalia. And then, hey, you got to go for what you know, though, too. Because your daddy did a lot of bad things in Somalia. That execution when he was colonel, whatever he was, leadership over there. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We just call it karma, you know? Hey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Taliba Rashid, we're going to get her ass out of there, you know what I'm saying? Because she don't love America. Taliba Rashid doesn't love America. Sri Tandadar doesn't love America. He's just an opportunist. He's just out for himself. You know, there's a lot of type of scrutiny and all kind of crap behind him, scam stuff and whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you. We don't need you. But I had to bring that up. And then my last one, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. You know, the Libs love it when I have a special gift for them, you know. Hold on for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. Yeah, they really love it, man. And I really appreciate, man, we really rocked it out today. We really showed them today, though, ladies and gentlemen, put up irrefutable evidence about their leader, Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? With the drama, F him and his mama. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's what I say, man. You know what I mean? Oh, man, this is so... Boy, I tell you, man, this is just too easy. All too easy, you know? As Vader says, all too easy, you know? And let me see here. Hold on, let me do this one here. I got to do this one. Y'all know how I do. Wait a moment. Yeah, thank you for the likes. This is the Democratic Clown Show. So you can kind of see... Clowns allow people like we see at the top here. These three, the Democratic Clown Show. Out in front, this is Barack Hussein Obama. He's right out in front right there. Look at that. That's oh, man, God dang it, boy. I always have something for the DMs. Y'all know how I do, you know. This is the Democrat Clown Show. Dun, 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 dun. All going to get into a car and drive off with each other. Thank you for the likes. Yeah. We got Barack Obama out in front. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got over here? Yep. Let me see here. Now, who's behind Barack Obama? You know what I'm saying? That would be Joe Biden right there, right behind him. And then what we have, oh, yeah, that's Hillary Clinton right there in the pink. I see you, Hillary. Yep, I see you, though, you know. Oh, my goodness, I see you. Thank you for the lights. Yep, that's Hillary right there, though. Who is that that's hiding behind Hillary, don't want to try to show her face? I see you. I see you. You can't hide from me. Who is that? Who is that? Is that Susan Rice? Could be. Boy, I tell you, man, we already see AOC. She's the one in the black behind the other arm. Boy, I tell you, we're going to go right down the list. Boy, I tell you, boy, thank you for the likes, though. You know how I do, man. Who trolls them better? I do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Woo, man. I tell y'all, man, thank you for the likes, man. Oh, my goodness. Woo, man, though. So with this, the Democrat clown show produces crap like we see up here. These people should not be in Congress. They should not be in our government, even the local government, right? We need to set up laws and rules, right? Thank you for the likes. Therefore, they can never infiltrate, you know, our system of government ever again. Because when they plant their flags, they're letting you know that, hey, we have conquered. When you have these people rooting for Iran to win, these are treasonous people. They're being watched. They are being monitored by the government. This is a new DOJ and the FBI. It's not the old Biden DOJ and FBI, the corrupt one. This is the one of integrity, right? Honor, and they're being restored, restoring the faith of the American people, right? Under the leadership of Kash Patel for the FBI. We have the other guy from the DOJ and all the rest of them, right? Integrity is being restored. I'll be careful. Watch what you say on the internet, because on the internet is forever, right? And when you stand and say that I want Iran to win, that makes you a treason. You're a treasonous person, right? This is traitors, right? Wanting America to lose. That doesn't even make any sense. These people are gone. That's why people don't respect you no more on the left. And no matter how much you try to be disruptive in this room, you can't do it. I love trolling you because it's so easy. Democrat clown show. We're going to do part 2 on the clown show, part 3. We're going to, like I said, go in on all of them because they don't love America, right? They hate America so much. They don't love America. They hate America, right? And we have the proofs to show it. Let me go ahead and put up a couple more and I'm gone. But I just want to show this, though, too. You know what I'm saying? These are the people right here. Oh, my goodness. Whoa, what the? Oh, my goodness. Doesn't this look about right coming from the left? Look at this. Epstein, dictator, convict, Hitler, Nazi, racist, king. Thank you for the likes. Pedo, dictator, king. That's all they know how to say. Is that all you got? Let me do stink meter for those that watch the Boondocks. Is that all you got? Yeah, man. Look at this. This is terrible, man. You got the purple hair going on, piercings, septic rings, and all this other kind of stuff. This here, though, man, that's what I say. Because I already talked about them before, right? Boy, look at this, man. This is terrible. Nobody take this ish seriously. You can't. Just like with the Democrats clown show and this, it just don't take them seriously. I don't. This is clowns, man. Are you serious? Is that all you got? Oh, my goodness. Woo, man. Who you want to marry that? Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Ooh, man. This is terrible, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Ooh, man. That's why I say, man, this. Thank y'all. Thank you for the likes. I know y'all are cracking up right now, man. I know a lot of y'all are sitting down there watching on your phone. You cracking up over this nonsense. Look at this. This is all they got. And really, we can reverse this all on Obama. And that's really who this, but all this all belonged to Obama. Right? Exactly. This is him, convict, dictator, king. I'll just push this back on him. He the one that divided America anyway. And that's why they're going to get this work. They're going to continuously get this work. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. The left, they're going to continuously get this work, though. I troll them better than they control me. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. What about this one, though, y'all? Oh, my goodness. Thank you for the like. Oh, man. Dang, look at this here, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, is that Obama? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh, man. Are they sock puppets or some type of puppet? Thank you for the double lights, boy. Look at this. I like to say to all my fellow constituents, hello, Chicago. Look at that. That's all they got. Man, I tell y'all, man, this is right here, man. You can't make this ish up. You really can't. Y'all, thank you for the lights. You can't. This is what has been ruling us more so than governing us, man. They haven't been governing-ish. Thank you for the double lights. They've been trying to rule over us, man. And this is how I see them, as nothing but a joke, right? Look at that stuff. Boy, I tell y'all, man, I got a few more of these memes. I got to share it. You know what I'm saying? Because they over here, man. Hold on for a minute. Oh, my goodness. Let's just show this one here, man. Look at this. Things Democrats have in 2026, right? No solutions, no policies, no integrity, no leadership, no thank you for the likes, no talent. Look at this. No hope, right? No joy, no joy, and no love for America. That's about right. What can come good out of this, ladies and gentlemen? You know your boy keep it real, though, right? Look at this. Right? And there's nothing they can do. They lost the will and the ear of the American people. People don't rock with the left. It's only a small group of people, and it's insignificant. That's why you don't have to debate what. They can't even, when I asked them the questions today about why wasn't the U.S., right? We're talking about the diplomat, right, compound. Why wasn't that protected? That's a simple question. They already had the intel to my Benghazi, right? Hillary Clinton, Obama, and all the rest of them that was responsible for that. Thank you for the likes. And I will not stop. I will not stop on that. We're going to do the whole thing from now to the midterms, going in on the demo KKK clown show rats. We're going to just tearing them apart, man. Actually, they have done a better, thank you for the likes. They have done a better job of tearing themselves apart than we have. Because you know they eat their own too. You know what I'm saying? They eat their own. They don't have no defense against this type of stuff. You know? Let's show it for what it really is. Much of what is wrong in America was caused by this man. Look at that. Who did that look like? Oh, that's right. Thank you for the likes. Oh, that's Obama. What the? Right? Much of what is wrong in America was caused by this man. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you guys. This is this dude right here, right? This is the number one. This dude right here, he just couldn't deal with the fact about, President Trump. He won fair and square in the 2016 election. Wasn't great enough for these groups of people. Thank you for the 4 likes. That's triple. That's quad triple lights right there. Yeah. Look at it. Look at what's going on. Much as what's going wrong today is because of this man. That's exactly what it is. Look at this. Can't deny it. Can't deny it. Man, we went over the Smith-Mundt Act. He changed it. 2012-13. Obama. Right? Weaponized, right? Our intelligence people, Obama, look at the 4 lights. Why is all the people giving me the lights? If I'm lying, supposed to be so bad from the left, you don't have no answer for this stuff because you're in your feelings. Thank you for the double likes again. Look at all the stuff. Look at all the compiling evidence coming from this man here. You know, thank you for the likes. We all have been lied to, right? Because of this man right here. This man was about to set an innocent man. Thank you for the triple likes. They were about to set this innocent man was about to go to prison because of this man here. You don't think that Trump is feeling some type of way? Thank you for the double likes. Like the Trump even said, this guy right here with the low intelligence, he's not very bright. He just got in there though, right? Nobody knew who this guy was when he showed up in Chicago. Talking about he's from Chicago, right? He was born in Kenya, raised in Indonesia, and came to Hawaii. And his stepfather, Lolo Santoro, Barry Santoro. Thank you for the double likes. This is factually true. Barry Santoro, his stepfather, Lolo, right? Thank you for the likes. Lolo, man. Can you imagine somebody named Lolo? What's up, Lolo? You know what I'm saying? Sound like somebody from the hood, man, you know. Thank you for the double likes. You know what I'm saying? Boy, what the hell? Yeah, my stepfather named Lolo, you know. Boy, I tell you, he was already a what is it, like a billionaire, millionaire, something like that? Boy, Obama, man, privileged, right? Look at this. Much of what is wrong in America was caused by this man. Much, right? Boy, I tell you, man, he was really had plans of that and Muslim Brotherhood, you know, defunding our military and stuff. All this stuff happened over Obama, you know what I'm saying? You know, with the drama, you know, look at this. Boy, I tell y'all, man, Obama is no good at all. And soon, I'm going to show you this other, hold on for me, you know how I do. Because I really got something for the, you know, for the libtards, man. I got something for them. I got something for him, though. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, hold on for a minute. And then I'm going to show the other one, too. Hold on, just give me 1 minute. Boy, you know who this is, though, don't you? Yep. Yeah, Kim Jong-un and Xi Jinping, right? I thank you for the likes. We got to send these libtards, man. If I had it my way, I would make a deal. I would say, you know what? We got some traitorous people here in America that don't like America. Could you show them the true, what true pain and suffering really looks like? You know, because we can give some of them over there to North Korea, and we can get the other ones over there in China somewhere, you know, and send them over because we can't coexist with these people. Could you please give them a real good lesson of what communism and socialism really is? They have to see it for themselves. They always champion it, but it's nothing like seeing it for themselves. Let them experience true pain and suffering, you know what I'm saying? You can't stop me, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, though, man. I can't wait till the day that we can see these libtards shipped over there to where Kim Jong-un as well as Xi Jinping, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they are awaiting to be extradited, you know what I'm saying? So therefore they can be, let's say, look at this. I love showing the memes, man. I love getting on these I love getting on them, man. It's just so, I know y'all cracking up right now. We got to send these libtards over there to North Korea as well as in China, though, man, where they can understand what true pain and suffering is like as communism, socialism, because I know North Korea is more communism than China, and they still have some communism. They wouldn't make it, man, especially in North Korea. They wouldn't make it either one of these regimes, man. They would not make it, man. They wouldn't make it. Thank you for the triple lights and things like that. So what else I have here? So right here, President Donald J. Trump. Here it is. You got to put him up. And all the greatness right there. There it is. Who do you want to have making America great, or you want the Democratic clown show? Thank you for the likes. It's no comparison, man. Obama out in front with that clown suit. I see you, Obama. There's no this clowning around with our government. Oh, we want a real man that's got direction, got policies, making changes, right? Bringing jobs back to America, bringing these prices down, right? Controlling the world, right? Controlling the board, right? This is a high-level chess game, right? And it's being led by yours truly, Donald J. Trump, you know? Look at that, boy. That's what I'm talking about, man. Make America great again, right? Yeah, like I said before, the libtards, they just love with Trump, man. They just love it. They love it, boy. Yeah. So we had fun today, though, ladies and gentlemen. We really had fun today. You guys really have showed up and showed out on these libtards, man. They can't handle the truth. The truth, you can't handle the truth, you know? Oh, man. Oh, man, it's just all too easy. Thank you for the likes, though, too, you know. Boy, where my Joe Mama at? You know what I'm saying? I know you're around here somewhere. Not your mama, but Joe Mama. If I ain't seen you, I know you over there watching in the background, Joe Mama. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, Joe Mama, you know. But let me see here. Yep, thank you for the likes, though, too, man. I really appreciate it. Yep, because this is the thing about it, though, man. I really enjoyed y'all today, though, too, man. We had fun. And share this with your, family. If y'all want a comedy relief, I'm that, too. I do this stuff and be comedian. You know what I'm saying? I'm comic about this stuff, you know. I do like this type of stuff, though, too, you know. Instead of the whole mundane, boring, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, this is the thing right here. Boy, look at this here. Y'all remember? Look at this here. Here's another one here. Alpha Winchell, white liberal females. Boy, whoa, man, guys, look at this. The greatest adversary to our constitutional republic is them right here. Out of control, whacked out. Look at their eyes. Look how crazy they are. There's some crazy, crazy people, man, crashing out. They can't, like I said, Caitlin Bennett. May I remind y'all again who Caitlin Bennett is out of, let me go and pull up Caitlin Bennett again. Shout out to Caitlin Bennett, right? Caitlin, hold on for a minute. Oh, my goodness. Caitlin Bennett. This woman here is single-handedly American activist, man. Go ahead, Caitlin Bennett. And before I shut this down, though, you know, I just want y'all once again to take a look at this.
I'm scared to go out. So.
Hold on for a minute. I got to find one that doesn't have music behind it. Hold on for a minute. Caitlin Bennett.
I'm in a real labor, you know.
Hold on for a minute. That's what music is. Well, hold on for a minute. I got to find one with Caitlin Bennett. Hold on. There she is. And she's single-handedly dealing with who? The libtards, man. You know what I'm saying? She's out in the field for real.
I'm going to find out how much you're getting paid, by the way. How do we get these pedophiles out?
Look at this. Look how stupid they look. Hold on. Yeah. Look how stupid. Look at the smug look on her face. It's just what I'm showing y'all right here on that photo, man. Look at the smug and the snarkiness, man. Right? Mm-hmm. Look at this. Stupid. Hold on. Let's go and take it from the top, man. I tell you. Boy, I tell you, man. Look at this.
This is a First Amendment.
First Amendment. They trying to kick her out of there. I remember that. Look at this. Hold on for a minute. They can't even handle Caitlin Bennett. Boy, I tell you, shout out to Caitlin Bennett.
Told me I had to leave, even though other media.
Oh, yeah, I got this thing up. Hold on for a minute. I got that up here. We're going to remove that for a minute. There's Caitlin Bennett. There we go. All right, there y'all go. Now you can see
welcome. With a sinister smile and camera at the ready, Kat comes back hoping to record her moment of victory.
Look at those piercings.
Hold on. Hi.
Hermit's still privatizing.
So for this,
hold on, Adam, I've got it.
See, this is what America was starting to turn into, right? Communism. You know, she got the First Amendment. Any of y'all watch the First Amendment auditors, man? You know what I'm saying? They chew these guys up, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this smug look. Hold on, let me show you.
Kat, why am I not allowed to be here?
Look at this. If she's not allowed to be here, look at the smug look on her face. These libtards don't like answering questions. They love asking questions, but they don't like when you ask them questions, right? Look at this.
Are you asking the cops to come get me?
Why won't you talk? What's wrong? The cat got your tongue? Huh? What's wrong?
Yeah?
Come on now. Look at this. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Are you serious? Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? For real?
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Thank you for the likes. You right? Oh, my goodness, boy. I tell y'all, man. Hold on for a minute. This is what we dealing with.
This is Kat.
This is what we dealing with.
Professional protester. She's been protesting for like 10 years. She's a professional at this point. You look a lot older than I thought you would.
Because she is a lot older. And I wouldn't be surprised. She's getting paid, too. You got all these, senior citizens out here protesting or whatever. Yeah, they just look ridiculous, right? They can't even answer no questions. Low IQ. Look at her with this smug look on her face.
Wrong to ask an officer to come in and remove someone from public property. That's kind of like what fascists do when they have a different...
And that's exactly what it is. She's a fascist as well, too. They stand for fascism. And they leader, which is a fascist that hate freedom of speech, censorship. What about the mandates that Obama pushed, right? With when we're talking about when it come down to you had to have Obamacare. If you didn't, thank you for the likes. What was going to be the penalty? $400. That's what they were trying to charge me. Nobody can afford Obamacare like that, right? And what about the mandates that Biden pushed, right? Oh, yeah, if you want your job, you got to get the jab. The vaccine, remember that? You didn't have that. Those are fascists. Name a mandate, again, libs. Name the mandate that Trump pushed. Oh, yeah, that's right. There isn't any, right? Where's the mandates at, right? You don't have any. All this fascist stuff is coming from the left with old ex-presidents, Obama and Biden, right? 1 foot in the grave, Biden. Shouldn't have never been in there in the first place because the election was stolen from Trump. And that's another thing, boy, one day we're going to have to talk about. Look at this.
And then you? And her sign said, her hat says Antifa's girlfriend. Adam, get her hat.
Not even original, though, Antifa's girlfriend. Man, what a clown. Look at the smug look on her face. Why you got the glasses on, right? Why you hiding?
And what does your shirt say? She has a photo of Jesus on her shirt.
Shoot, man. Man, please, man. I know a paid activist when I see one. This is phony, man.
Kat, let me ask you a question. You're very anti-ICE. The organization you're with, 5051, that you professionally protest for, we're going to find out how much you're getting paid, by the way.
Oh, yeah, 5051. Go on and tell it, Caitlin Bennett. Right. You know damn well that these people getting paid and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Phony protests. That's why it drops by. Man, people ain't buying that stuff, man.
How do we get these pedophiles out?
Oh, they don't have no, look at that. They don't have an answer for that one when it's really needed, right? They don't have an answer for that one. How do we get the pedos out? Look at this.
How do we get these pedophiles out, Kat?
Paid. Slap that sign. That's paid. Paid.
She's literally asking the police. She's asking the police. She's like asking them to remove me from public property.
To my deport ICE. All this is phony and fake. Soros. Boy, I tell y'all, man, I be cooking. Look at this. Got the stupid smug look on her face. She got her camera phone out, though, you know. She being recorded, too.
That to happen.
Look at her.
It's not going to happen. And if it does happen, the police department's not going to feel very nice about it.
No, because it's going to be a lawsuit. You are violating on their First Amendment rights. You can't do that in a public space, you idiots. Look at this. Thank you for the likes. Look at this. Look at this look.
What happened next at her beckoning?
So, Adam, get the police. Get the police.
Adam Roberts, a park ranger who apparently knows Comrade Kat on a first-name basis,
he said, Kat, come here.
Now approaches me aggressively and is excited to violate my rights on her.
This is the type of stuff right here perpetrated and coming from the left. Remember I said before, thank you for the likes. They are anti-what? American, right? They believe in big government. They believe in censorship. Anybody that don't agree with the left, this is what you get, right? That's why I say these people that wear these uniforms, they should deserve not to put these uniforms on. They need to be stripped off. And I need to, if I had it my way, I'd get them over there to Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un, take our garbage, take our filth of they don't even deserve to be American no more, man. I want Kim Jong-un. We're going to set it up, right? To send him over there to North Korea. Therefore, if you like communism so much, you need to go to North Korea, right? You like socialism, thank you for the likes. You need to go to North Korea, right? More so there than ever before, right? Therefore, you can understand what real pain and suffering really is, right? This is what it is, man. Oh, pretty Caitlin Bennett, man. Look at this. Oh, big man. Look at him.
Over here, First Amendment area.
Yeah, this is a First Amendment area.
You have to remove me. You got to pull me. You got to take me down, though. Take me down. You got to, thank you for the likes, right? So therefore, you're going to get this lawsuit. Because one thing about us, we have learned a lot from First Amendment, right? Auditor, right? Thank you for the likes. This right here is nothing more than a pirate. This is a person that's anti-American, don't even deserve to wear that uniform. Thank you for the triple likes. This is what fascism looks like right here.
Yeah,
this
so
is a Gestapo. This is a bully, right? Look at him.
What does the permit do?
It is time.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this. That's the thing about it, though, too. Infringing on her First Amendment rights. That's why I say we got to round them up and get them over there to North Korea. I want y'all over there from the left to North Korea, right? So therefore, you can understand what you always pushing for communism, fascism, socialism. You might as well go over there. Go over there, right? Thank you for the likes. That's what we want, man. We need to set it up to have them go over to North Korea, man. A lot of them wouldn't make it anyway. Get into a North Korean prison? Shoot. Boy, I tell you, though, thank you for the likes again. They got to understand what real pain and suffering really is. No matter how much they try to come in my room, try to discredit us, we still are prevailing, right? We still out in front. And y'all made it possible that showed up in this room that support President Donald J. Trump, the greatest president we ever had in our lifetime. I'm going to cook Obama. I'm going to cook, you already know, it's coming down the list. I'm going to cook Al Sharpton, right? When y'all stick around for that one, Applehead, Roland Martin, and all the rest of them, George Reed, I'm going after all of them, right? Yep, all of them, because they already been exposed. None of them do nothing great for the black community. They just grift from it. And it's a time that they're already exposed. I'm over here just going to re-expose it once again. I don't follow none of these people. Black folk, you better start waking up. You don't need no black leader. You lead yourself. That's what a real man does, right? You lead yourself. There you go, man. I love talking about that because we're gonna cover it on one of my lives. We're gonna cover it. I got some barbecuing to do.
What does the permit do?
Gives them access to this
Yes,
area.
but does it make it private property?
No, it's federal property, but they have a permit to be here.
Yes, but
So
the
federal property. Look at this here. Look at this. How stupid
move.
this
You've been
guy is.
asked.
Thank
Yeah.
you for the likes.
So let me ask you this: if
You
I
said-
don't,
You said you've been asked. Just because you asked me to do something doesn't necessarily mean this is a stupid dude here, man. This is a stupid dude. Look at him.
For failing to listen and move, or you move now.
Yep. Her constitutional rights, ladies and gentlemen, is being violated right here, right now. That's why I say on the left, they're just some idiots, just stupid people. You know what I'm saying? This is your stupidity right here.
You know what you want to do?
so what would the ticket do?
It's a federal ticket. You either have to pay it, go to court, or you be arrested.
Okay, so I'll well.
Do you want to move, or do you want me to write you a ticket?
I want my rights to be respected. I'm allowed to be on public property.
Here is our First Amendment area, number 5,
Yeah.
for small groups and counter protesters.
Yeah.
You're a small group.
No, I'm not.
And you're a counter protester.
I'm media.
Are you here?
She is media. It says here the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of the press. This is the First Amendment right here. And it's obvious that this dude is an idiot. This is why these First Amendment auditors have fun with these dudes or whatever like that. Because all they're going to do is and they're going to fail in court. You can't kick nobody off of a public space. This guy is an idiot. That's why I say, man, it's all too easy. All too easy. Let's go ahead and shut this down, though, man. But I appreciate you guys. I have to bring up Caitlin Bennett and things like that out in Florida, man. She does great work. If you guys don't know her, I'm sure a lot of you do. But, yeah, Caitlin, go here now with yourself, man. That's what's up, you know. She's out here taking it to the left with the microphone. She got her bodyguards, too. And she's also, you know, a gun rights as well, just like myself. You know, we you know, this is how it is. So you DMs, you definitely don't want to do this. You don't want that. That ain't what you want. Because, you know, you're going to end up like people that you've been out here marching for. You don't want to be that statistic. Trust me, right? You don't want, this ain't what you want, right? You've been warned once again. Respect our country. Respect the Constitution, which they don't anyway. They don't. But other than that, let's go ahead on and get the, you already know how we got to do. I got to bring up the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, yeah, before I do that, I got to do Mr. Ralph. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to forget. See, Mr. Ralph, thank you for the like. You thought I was going to forget, boy. I got to, because that's who helped me out on my channel and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and get Mr. Ralph. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Ralph. All right. And you guys have been great, though, too. This has been fun. Let me go ahead and remove that. There it is. Now, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Daily YouTube and Instagram, X, growers and followers. You want to follow this guy, right? Or actually want to get in contact with this guy right here and things like that. This is who we call Mr. Ralph. Mr. Ralph. Yep. So with Mr. Ralph, he can grow your YouTube, Instagram, X, and grow your followers. He helped me out tremendously. He can get you visibility. He can help you with your shorts. Get in contact with Mr. Ralph with the email that's listed below, Mr. Ralph. He has done a lot great work for me, obviously, you know, and he can help you get your page on it. No matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, or a moderate, you know, he'll work with you, you know. Give him a call. No job is too big. No job is too small. You know what I'm saying? Just give Mr. Ralph an email. I got to get his telephone number down there, but supposed to say call, you know. So this is basically what it is. The daily, right? YouTube, Instagram, X, and grow your followers. Mr. Ralph. There it is in this email address right here. So once again, he has something great, can help you with your content creating. Mr. Ralph. So there we go. Mr. Ralph, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ralph. All right, so we have that already. Got to pull up the American anthem, though, you know. We want to get that going, guys, and things like that. Y'all all been great, though. I appreciate it. Oops. Pull myself up here again. Let me go ahead and get that. Got to get that American anthem down. Hold on for a minute. All right, and then we're going to be out of here, though, you know. Out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all really showed up and showed out. Once I say it again. You guys have really have done a great job showing up here, backing your boy up. So, yeah, so let me go ahead and pull up the American anthem. Give me one moment here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get that American anthem going, and we're going to be out of here. I got to roll this thing down real quick. I got so many comments in my comments section. Let's roll this down here. Roll that down, roll it down. Roll it down, boy, roll it down. I appreciate y'all, though. Let me get that American anthem up. Give me one moment. All right, guys, I finally found it there. So therefore, we're going to end with the Star Spangled Banner. Please stand and give tribute to the Star Spangled Banner. United States of America, the greatest country on earth, right? And Trump is showing us the way that America can return, can be great once again. I appreciate all of you that showed up here today and things, and with the likes and stuff like that. Yeah, y'all rocked it out once again, man. And like I said, we're gonna, boy, when I get on Al Snaketon and all the rest of them, man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. And we got to clean up all the trash, all the lies and deceit, right? Got to get them out of here. I like to send them over there to Kim Jong-un too, right? And things, though. They'll be screaming, hollering, and everything else, man. They sure would, though, man. Thank you for the likes, though, man. It's you guys, man, that make the channel great, you know? So, therefore, we're going to start off with that. Do I have one more thing? Oh, yeah, wait a moment. You know how I do. I got one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on for a minute. And then I got one more thing to show. Hold on for a minute. Just give me one moment here, you know? Boy, I tell you, man, this is something else. It's all too easy. All too easy. But, yeah, they just, the libtards, they just love it, man. They just love coming in here and stuff. And, you know, they just love it. They love it when I clown them. Thank you for the likes, though, you know. And I just do it out of love. I sure do. I really do. Tony Love. Oh, my goodness, boy. Tony Love. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is this another one here? Ooh. Look at this here, though, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, doesn't this look right? Boy, look at this. Boy, look at all this. Y'all see this here? Yep. We got Pedogate, Russiagate, Pizzagate, right? Bill Gates. Boy, I tell you, thank you for the likes, right? Impeachment coup, right? China virus, right? We got the Dominion Gate, Hunter's laptop, Satanists, right? Mainstream media, election fraud, the Kraken. It's time to release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? That's Trump right there. Make America great. Release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to get my voice echoing on that. I got to make it more impactful. Release the Kraken. You know, I'm going to get that down next time, though. We got Soros, right? Look at, you got the commies, BLM, Antifa, media, right? What's that? Media, churches. Look at this stuff here. Y'all see all this over here? Got the royal family going on, right? Oh, my gosh. Look at this here. Boy, there's so much stuff. Russian collusion, coup, you know. Uranium one. Hillary's email or Wiener's laptop. Oh, yeah, it's going to get much worse for you. Thank you for the likes. You know, I bring receipts, man. Look at this. It's time to release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Boy, I tell you, man. That's what time it is, man. It's time. We have to look at this. Look at this and this stuff here, man. Oh, my goodness. I had to show this stuff, man. I love the memes. Whoever did this meme, I want to give you credit. Vatican. Oh, my good. Hollyweird. Look at this. Thank you for the likes, y'all. Look at all this stuff. This is what we've been up against that hate America. It's time to release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it, you know. Oh, yeah, I love saying that, man. I'm going to get my voice to echo, though, when I go and get it. I'm going to have to put that on soundbite when I go release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? I do voiceovers, you know. Yeah. Darth Sidious, which is George Soros, you know. You look at you and your puny skills. You don't know match for the power of the dark side. But that's exactly what we're dealing with in modern Star Wars, man. What the, you know what I'm saying? The Empire, you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no Empire Strikes Back, though. Yep. Yes, it ain't no But yeah, just having fun, though, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all, man. It's been good, though, man. Yep, this has been real good. Release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So other than that, let's go ahead and get the Star Spangled Banner, though. You guys been great. Let me go ahead and get that off here and things. Yeah, let me go ahead and move that out the way. You guys been great, though, man. You really has treason. But that's what they're being charged with. All right. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. I know you guys are already got my back. Thank you for the likes. This has been a wonderful, wonderful live stream today for Sunday, April the 19th, about to end this, almost 3 p.m. Y'all enjoy your day, whatever left of the weekend. Love your family. Love on your people, man. Once again, we are making America safe again. We are making America rich again. We are making America healthy again. We are making America what? What does it say? Great again. There's a lot of them, right? But we are making, thank you for the likes. We are making America great again. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all for following Some Random Guy Speech, which is Tony Love. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. And we're going to do the next one, though, where we're going to have to get Mr. Al Sharpton and all the rest of them coming, though. Boy, I'm like the posse. Got my posse with me. I'm the sheriff. This is going to be Tombstone, man. The OK Corral, man. It's going to go down. One victor, man. It's going to either be me or him. Is it going to be me or him, right? But we're going to get with it. All right, guys. I thank you once again. I'm about to play the American anthem. Here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
I appreciate y'all so much. I really do. Thank you guys, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm about to shut this down. We have hit 500 likes today, the highest that we ever have had, and it's all because of you guys, because we put truth to power, man. We speak truth to power. And once again, you guys have made a lot of great comments. Wasn't able to go through all of them, some of them earlier. But other than that, I appreciate you, the mods as well, for backing your boy up, Black Guy 9. I appreciate you so much. And other mods that have showed. I appreciate the likes and the love once again. You know how I do, Everybody needs acknowledgement, you know what I'm saying? And you guys have done that, so, really have. Other than that, we over here, we cooked Obama, you know what I'm saying, and the drama, you know what I'm saying, as well as Big Mike and all the rest of them, though. I ain't really talked about Big Mike very much, but one day we have to talk about Big Mike. He ain't no falling from grace. He never been on grace, you know what I'm saying? I just put that title in there. But at any event, you know what I'm saying? But looking at it for what it is, guys, I'm going to shut this down, though. This is the guy that fallen Messiah, the arch deceiver, Obama, and things, and his crew and the drama, you know what I'm saying? They go along with it. Instead of being exposed and stuff, soon they'll be in those silver bracelets and things like that. So other than that, Tulsi Gabbard and the whole MAGA support team that intelligence and so forth that's going to bring these clowns down and bring them to justice. I thank you guys once again for being part of something great. Once again, thank you for being part of Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony Love. No Diddy, but I got a lot of love. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out.